Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battle Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Warriors against the Cyclones. And with that, I want to welcome everybody into another edition, Monday Night Jai-Alai here in the Magic City. We're going to get started with a top-ranked singles matchup here. Douglas for the Warriors, Manu for the Cyclones. What a way to get the day started, Stu.
Absolutely, we're ready to begin with Douglas serving for the Warriors. There's a serve, we begin. Robote not coming out. First point goes to Manu of the Cyclones. He serves. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
What a perfect throw for Manu to get it started. Didn't even give Douglas a chance to return it. Right into the Chula. Ball kind of died there when it hit the spot where the back wall and the floor meet.
Fault over serve. Battle Court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's a backhand by Douglas. Robote forehand. Douglas on the catch. Backhand from the 7 line. Robote forehand passes. Douglas looks for the Robote at the 9 line. Too high. 2 points for Manu. He serves.
Trying to keep Manu deep and get that Robote high off the front wall, resulting in a big bounce to push Manu deep into the backcourt, but a little bit higher than Douglas wanted, getting away from him and touching a piece in that overhead screen, which is out of play.
Backhand by Douglas passing. Low off the Robote, forehand Robote play by Manu. Here's a backhand by Douglas. Robote up to the 7 line. Forehand Robote by Manu. Douglas cuts it off the 8 line. Robote left side to the inside. Douglas is there. Takes it on the bounce. Fakes the 2-all. Puts it inside. Manu stops it at the 9. Robote forehand by Douglas. Caught by Manu. Robote forehand passes. Here's Douglas on the catch. Fakes the 2-all, drops it inside to score. Douglas is on the board with a point for the Warriors, and he has the serve.
A couple looks there from the Costado. Shoulder level throw from the left side of his body. That's what Douglas is doing right there. You see Manu, there's a couple options. Douglas can throw a 2-all, a drop shot, keep it inside, throw a splitter. So you have to commit, get a head start, especially at this level. He gets to it correctly.
There's a backhand by Manu. Douglas takes it in the air at the 11 line. Backhand, wall to wall from the left side. Robote forehand. Manu keeps it in play. Douglas attacks from the 7 line. Drop shot. Manu reads it.
Lost his footing.
He has it at the 4 line. Kareah opens wide. That is out of play. 2 points for Douglas. We're all tied up. 2-2. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
And that's a throw you expect Manu to finish off right there, that close to the front wall. He chooses the Kareah, which is a riskier play because you get some wonky bounces there off the side wall, and that's exactly what happened.
I mean, if that opened the way he wanted to,
right,
that thing was cutting out at the 2 line.
Right, and he's so precise that any extra kick there towards the outside going to push it off the court.
Here's a backhand. Robote forehand by Douglas. He keeps it inside. Manu takes it on the bounce.
Caught the corner.
2-all by Douglas, opens and scores. That's well thrown. 3 points for Douglas of the Warriors. He has the serve.
Yeah, and a really nice run here for Douglas to retake the lead. That could be frustrating. Guys, first throw of the match, he throws a Chula, which you can't really account for. You can't play any defense, and then the next shot went up in the overhead screen. A couple more shots coming in from Douglas. You see the space that time. When he's winding up the Costado from the outside, it's next to impossible to defend. He can throw the 2-all, really opens up nicely, and he can just blast it to the inside.
Here's the backhand by Manu. That goes off the tip of Douglas's cesta at number 11. 3-3. Manu serves for the Cyclones.
Just mustn't have gotten a good read on that one. You don't see Douglas scrambling all too often, but he realized pretty late that he was going to have to make that catch in the air. There was no chance on the rebote. Just tipped it.
Beautiful catch by Douglas. He pulled that from the side wall. Hard backhand. Manu, forehand rebote. That clears the overhead screen. Rebote forehand by Douglas. It passes. Low and inside. Douglas is there. Backhand from the 7 line. Drops low to the back wall. Manu makes the save on the rebote. Douglas sets. 2-all with a light touch will score. 4 points for Douglas and the Warriors. Douglas serves.
Yeah, look at where Douglas is catching that ball. I mean, he's closer to the outside of the court than the inside. And when you're getting costados there, it is not easy for your opponent. Douglas has chosen the 2-all both times. Worked out well for him. Now a 4-3 lead here in this opening set.
Here's the backhand by Manu. Julan scores. That's 2 in 1 set. My, oh, my. 4-4 is the score. Manu serves.
Second time in this set. Pretty rare if we see one in a game day, but twice in 1 set. I mean, I think that shows you how precise he is on that left side.
He can at least aim for it. Whether or not he gets it is something else. There's the backhand by Douglas. Rebote left side for the big bounce. Douglas will bring it in at the 10 line. Here's the backhand. Rebote, the rebound off the back wall, will fall short. That is 5 points for Douglas. Possible set point.
And just hooked that return on the rebote. A little deep in the basket, sending it lower than he wanted. Brought Douglas a 5-4 advantage.
Here's a backhand by Manu. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Right up the middle. To the inside it goes. Douglas makes a tremendous catch at the 11 line. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand save by Manu. Douglas is there. Backhand. Manu, beautiful catch at the 11 line. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Rebote left side. 2-all does not open up. It's stopped by Douglas on the forehand. Kareah by Douglas. Stopped by Manu. Manu blasts it, and Douglas makes a phenomenal catch from his knees. The return, however, is out of play. Fantastic effort by Douglas. We are at 5-5, the maximum number of points allowable in a first set. In any set, actually. Manu serves for the set.
I mean, take a look at this catch. On his knees. What a scoop. And then look at that. Kind of hooked it a little more to the outside. Wasn't going to land in. Manu watching, just landing outside the boundary line. 5-5. Decisive 11th point here to begin the game day. See who can take it. Manu serves.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's a backhand by Douglas. Here's the rebote. Rebote forehand. Douglas makes the catch. Excellent catch by Manu. Hard backhand. Douglas going for the 2-all. Hits low. That is point in a hard-fought set for Manu, winning 6-5 in the first set. A minute 30 goes on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set.
Yeah, Manu, 5 matches in singles this year, 3-2 overall. He's coming out strong and continuing on here against Douglas.
A few mistakes there for Manu. Douglas just not able to capitalize on them the way that he would have liked to have. There we are in the ESPN 3 Players Cage. You see Two of the best backquarters in the world of Jai-Alai anywhere. Manu, Emanuela Duch there on the left side of your screen. And, of course, Imanol Lopez, who will be seeing in singles for the first time here. Saw practice a little earlier. Looks like a pretty good singles player. Here's some replays from that first set. 2-all stopped by Douglas.
Yeah, look at that. Costano from the outside.
Just beautifully executed by Douglas. Douglas has been working on this in practices. That one scored beautifully. Manu's accuracy on that backhand throw is just so... You know, they're looking to do that. A number of players are looking to do that, but the ability to do that. You find it close. You find another one close.
Hey, this was a critical throw here. This is a 5-4 in Douglas's favor. Manu stops it on the outside. Look at this catch. But you see here the swing. He really has nowhere to go. He kind of has to rotate around his body.
I don't believe that he was trying to throw that to the outside. I really don't think. That would be overachieving at even an overachiever's level. But I think he was just trying to get it back to the front wall, and he wasn't able to. That's why I always recommend players stay on their feet.
I mean, but you look at the, point for point for Manu there. I mean, Douglas, 2 chulas, 1 rebote sent up in the overhead screen, ball thrown out of play, and then that last throw at 5-5 into the pad. So he gave away well over half of those points in the opening set. Expect Douglas to come back here and force a third one. But Manu's been strong in singles, looking for his 4th win. He's eager to close this one out in straight sets. Douglas has the serve. See if he can get anything going here in set number 2.
Douglas serves. The second set begins. Here's the catch by Manu. Backhand to the inside. Rebote left side to the inside. Here's Manu. Manu from the 9 line. Low from the back wall. Forehand rebote by Douglas. Caught by Manu. Manu goes to the inside. Douglas passes on the scoop. Turns the rebote. Big bounce. Stopped by Manu. Chick-Chack scores. My, oh my. Manu killing them at the back wall. First point of the second set goes to Manu.
There's no quicker way to frustrate your opponent.
2 chulas and a chick-chack in 2 sets. We've never seen that before.
We expect to see it from somebody.
Was Manu back here was he back here with,
well, we've had a couple people kick this back wall, and maybe that's playing into it. I don't know. We've seen a bunch today.
Backhand by Douglas, caught by Manu. Big right side by Manu, rebote coming out. One-handed rebote save, good effort by Manu. That will fall short. We're tied up at 1 point apiece. Douglas will serve for the Warriors. Reminder, ladies and gentlemen, of the scoring in Battle Court. First team to reach 6 points wins the set, and the first team or player to win 2 sets wins the match.
And it's not often you see Manu having to really lunge to the outside and reach. His positioning is so perfect. That really opened up unnaturally off the back wall. Just a desperation save at the end. Go his way.
Manu, powerful backhand. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand to the inside. Rebote forehand by Douglas. That was a tricky play at the side wall. Good effort by Douglas. That ball crossed and scored. Manu has 2 points and the serve.
Well, if you're forced to rebote and you're not going to get enough power to pass your opponent, that's a great strategy. Throw it high off the front wall, force that big bouncing play. You saw Douglas was aggressively moving up, and if you don't get there in the air, it makes that scoop exponentially more difficult. That ball kicked up high on the left side and just couldn't control it.
Here's the backhand by Douglas to the inside. Rebote, forehand. Scoop by Douglas. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand saved by Manu. Douglas has it on the forehand midcourt. Looks to pass. He does. Big bounce. Douglas goes up, stops it at the 8 line. Low and inside. That's excellent. It scores. 2 points for Douglas and the Warriors. He serves.
Placement of the ball here by Douglas. Runs around it. Nice forehand. Low and hard. I mean, that's crossing right at the feet. On the rotate out there at the back end.
Here's the backhand by Manu. Right to the corner. Out to the rebote. Douglas is there. Catch by Douglas. Here's the backhand. Rotate forehand. That's on the wall the whole way. Douglas pulls it off at the 9 line. That one's on the wall the whole way. Rebote, left side, the filo. That is an amazing shot executed by Manu to score. Spot on perfect. 3 points for Manu. He serves.
I mean, look at this. He has no space to throw this either. I mean,
That's
the only
just,
where he can go is outside, and he lands it just inside the boundary line.
There's nothing you could do. Yeah, Douglas is
that.
frustrated, but there's nothing he could do for that. The ball didn't know. The Cesta didn't know. Manu didn't know. He had an idea, but that was perfect.
That perfect? That's incredible. What a shot. Retakes the lead, 3-2.
Here's a backhand by Douglas. Low to the back wall. Rebote saved by Manu. Scoop attempt tipped. We're tied up 3-3. Douglas has the serve for the Warriors.
Good on Douglas getting that point back quickly to tie things up. Doesn't have to go with the 2-all that could land out of play. Just powered it inside, forcing that miss.
Here's a backhand by Manu. Robote forehand by Douglas. This is a floater. Stopped on the forehand of Manu. Robote forehand save, hooked into the pad, and the pad is bad. That's 4 points for Manu. He serves.
And so precise on those shots. I mean, that thing was on a direct line towards the sidewall as Douglas tried to play that rebote, which is, I think, why he probably hooked it. Trying to make a difficult save, just got a lot of wrist, and the ball went straight down.
Here's a backhand by Douglas, powerfully thrown wall to wall from the left side. Manu on the rebote. Douglas on the rebote. Keeps it inside. Manu cuts it off. Backhand. Thrown quickly, low, and hard. Manu on the catch. Backhand from the 7 line. Rebote forehand to pass with control by Douglas. At the sidewall, great play by Douglas. Good effort by Manu. Douglas gets the point. 4-4 is the score. Douglas has the serve.
Tied up again here late. Now in the second set. Douglas needs to go on a run here to force a third one.
Rebote to the inside. Here's the backhand by Manu to the inside. Two all. Lands in and scores. Beautifully executed by Manu. That takes it to 5 points. Possible set. Possible match point for Manu.
Again, just a gorgeous 2-all. Really put a lot of spin on that one. It opened up off the sidewall and the front wall. With Douglas's foot speed, no chance for him to get out to that one.
Here's the backhand by Douglas. Robote forehand to the inside. Scoop by Douglas. Here's the backhand, powerfully thrown. Robote coming out to the 5 line. Great catch by Douglas. Douglas to the inside, quick, and
almost.
It scores. We are back at 5-5. Maximum number of points for 2 sets. Douglas serves. Possible set point for Douglas, possible match point for Manu.
We've seen Manu miss a couple on the bounce today, but Douglas making life difficult again, putting it close to the side wall. This is it. Douglas looking to force the third set. Manu looking to end it.
Good catch by Manu. Safe on the backhand. Rebote forehand fired hard by Douglas. Rebote Left side by Manu to the inside. Douglas gets there with control, makes the backhand play. Outside placement of the forehand rebote will score.
It was called in. Douglas is looking. This could be a challenge, and I think Douglas, as the captain, is going to call for
Challenge
it.
has been called.
You know what? I don't mind this at all. Call was in, Stu. So again, if replay confirms that the ball was in, the point will stick with the Cyclones. But if replay says that the ball touched the line, that point's going to go to Douglas, and we're moving on to a third set.
Absolutely.
So the call on the floor is very important, and there has to be indisputable video evidence that says that ball touched the line to overturn this call.
Indisputable. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, we had one that was like disputable because it was still a little
right.
push.
I
All right,
mean,
so
we're
we want
gonna
to see if this
here.
touches any line whatsoever.
Oh, that's going to be well in.
No, that's in.
That's
That's
well
in by 2 inches.
That's going to go to Manu. I believe.
Yeah, I believe
match should be over, but we will wait on the official call here. Look at that. That ball is so close. I mean, you talk about precision. I mean, Manu did it all match long, and I think, you see Douglas making his way off the court. I think he's seeing what we're seeing here. That is, I mean, what is that, Stu? 1.5 inches, 2 inches from the boundary line there? Just
ruling
inside
his final
the line.
point and set. Point and match, rather, to Manu of the Cyclones, taking it in straight sets, 6-5, 6-5.
Wow, ending it in style with the outside placement of the forehand rebote. Manu gets the Cyclones on the board early with that opening point of the game day. Coming up next, Division 5 doubles, rather. Williams and Manny for the Warriors take on Ikeda and Bueno of the Cyclones. Just about 2 minutes.
As soon as that high-lie ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Let's take a look at that game day scoreboard now. Cyclones need a push up those standings, and perhaps today will be the day. See the Warriors there in third place, comfortably in the playoffs right now, but I think at some point you expect these Cyclones and their championship pedigree. It's a team with a lot of experience. I think they're going to make their push here at some time this season. Maybe today is the day. Pretty favorable schedule for the Cyclones.
That scoreboard brought to you by DraftKings.
I think we're ready to go with Manu here in just a couple seconds. Up next, again, Division 5 doubles. Williams and Manny against Ikeda and Bueno. See the practice going on. Ikeda and Bueno much improved from the beginning of the season. Williams and Manny coming off a tough loss. Hey, Manu is ready to go. There he is, Manu.
Like you say, tough opponent, Division 1, Douglas, Court Jai-Alai, Olaran, very, very good player, so prepare, try to make less mistake that your opponent and be focused all the game.
Well, Manu, again, congratulations on winning that match. We'll see what happens.
Thank you, go Clone.
And we're going to get right into this Division 5 doubles match here. Let's see the teams quickly. Williams and Manny for the Warriors taking on Ikeda and Bueno of the Cyclones. Williams and Manny 2-2 through their first 4 matches this year. Ikeda and Bueno 1 win, 4 losses. There's the serve by Williams, ready to go. Ikeda picks the opening serve, drops it inside. That one scores. Cyclones on the board first. Correction. Ball touched the pad. Any part of the pad is bad. That is out of play. Point to the Warriors. They lead 1-0.
Yeah, it was hard to see by the call, but it looked like the ball bounced, and then the judge clearly pointed at the pad.
Two-all return with a big bounce. Takes Bueno to the outside. Forehand. That's well placed. Manny under the bridge. He escapes. Nice rebote save. Ikeda setting up at the 7 line on the forehand. Blasts it inside, low and hard. Manny backing up. He scooped it up. Oh, the Magic City bounce. Kicked across to the Cyclones' forehand side. Neither player there. It's a quick 2-point lead for the Warriors.
Yeah, so there's no way to defend against that. If you look at those ridges there, right where Manny has his hands in between the panels, every now and then the ball will catch one of those ridges and make a turn, and that's exactly what happened there.
Bueno on the forehand at the 10 line. Pushed it inside. Here's Manny. Manny at the 11, back over the top. On the bounce, here's Bueno. It's a well-placed forehand kicking up. Manny backs up at the 12 line, puts it over the top. No play for Ikeda. Bueno going up, makes the catch on the right side. Manny here, just beyond the 10. Powers the forehand, that crossing. Bueno ducks. Ikeda's got the rebote. Williams set up for the catch. He cuts it off. Backhand to the inside. Here's Ikeda. Williams coming back for it. That ball is tipped. Getting Ikeda and Bueno on the board with their first point.
I heard someone calling for the ball. I'm not sure who it is. Front quarters and back quarters will communicate. Let it go, or it's mine, one way or the other. Not sure who I heard call who off, but end result is the same. Ikeda and Bueno get the point.
That is an ace. 2-2, we're tied up.
Deep to the service box, crossing the side wall back here about the 13 line. That's exactly what you want the serve to do. Setting up a particularly difficult catch for a guy who specializes in difficult catches, Manny.
Forehand back over the top. Here's Bueno. Three-wall play. Ikeda lines it up on the right side. Makes a rebote save. This one's floating. Manny gets there before it crosses. Hard backhand opens up. Kicks back to the forehand of Bueno now. Rifles it low and hard. Manny makes a catch up in front of his face. Forehand over the top. Here's Ikeda again. Backhand from the 8 line. Not going to get past Manny. Ranging back for it. Takes it at the 13. Ikeda again. Middle of the court at the 8 line. Lower and harder. Manny scooped it up. Forehand high off the front wall. Ikeda backing up. Bueno calls him off on the rebote. Makes a save to the outside. Williams ducks. Manny from the backcourt. Low and hard. Ikeda reaching in. Gets there before the second bounce.
That was dangerous.
Ikeda again on the rebote. Keeps it inside. Manny goes up for it. Up at the 9 line. Big bouncer. Ikeda comes cross court to cut it off. Backhand. Wall to wall. Manny gets out there for the rebote. He drops it inside. Bueno charges up at the 8, lower and harder. Oh, that one died off the sidewall. Really well thrown by Bueno. Cyclones take the lead.
Yeah, tremendous throw by Bueno. Playing in the backcourt, not going to throw as many shots as his front quarter. Though this particular front quarter doesn't throw that many shots. Bueno landing one nicely. Manny unable to bring it in. Very well done.
This one to the inside. Rebote played by Ikeda on the back end. He lays it up. Ball's floating. Manny picks it off the sidewall at the 9 line. Big backhand. Clears the overhead screen. Ikeda looking for it up at the 6. Powers it back up the middle. Big backhand there by Bueno. Rebote coming out again. Williams lines it up. Puts it inside. Gets into the backcourt. Bueno again. Forehand, low and hard. That's crossing. Manny up in front of his face. No look catch there on the forehand. Ikeda missed it. Well, the sequence there. Warriors get the point. They tie things up. 3-3.
Always want to try to catch that ball in front of you. If you're trying to catch it at your side or even behind you, you're going the wrong way. Balls are much more difficult to catch once they're already at your side.
Bueno stands in, makes the catch at the 10 line. Backhand, here's Manny now. Charging on the forehand, powers it over the top. Catches 3 walls, Ikeda on the rebote. Manny backing up, quick bounce catch on the forehand, right at Ikeda. Forehand, powered inside. Manny looking for the rebote. And back to the left side of Manny. He's up at the 8. Bueno ranging back, tough catch deep in the backcourt. Not going to get past Manny though. He's got it back over the top to the inside, kicking up. Bueno makes another great catch on the left side. The backhand though, the overhead screen, which is out of play.
Tough break. I mean, Bueno made a fantastic catch, but again, caught it pretty deep. When you're making that swing, when the ball's that deep, you tend not to have the same control as if it were closer to the tip of the cesta.
Fault under serve. Second serve coming up. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. That is an overserve, a double fault. Ties things up. 4-4 is the score. Cyclones serve. Big backhand. Ikeda on the rebote, powers it to the inside. Manny reaching up at the 10 line. Bueno backing up. What a catch there on the forehand. Manny does the same at the 11 line. Back over the top. No play for Ikeda. Bueno all alone stops it. Hard forehand over the top, right at Manny's feet. Backing up, makes the catch. But it was juggled. Juggling on the catch of Manny. It's going to bring Ikeda and Bueno to 5 points. They have a possible set point.
My, oh my. Tough call for Manny. Manny doesn't juggle many of them. So when the ball loses contact with the surface of the cesta, it can roll. In fact, it should. After you make a catch, it typically rolls from deeper in the cesta up to the tip. But if it bobbles, loses contact, that's a foul.
Backhand there by Manny, cutting close to the sidewall. Bueno gets in there. Backhand the low runner. Manny backing up, makes the catch. Kareah does not open up. Ikeda on the bounce. High, hard throw. Manny looking to get out for the rebote early. He makes the save. This is right on the sidewall. Bueno handles, backhand. Dropping low. Here's Manny. Forehand high off the front wall to the inside. Both Cyclones there. Ikeda comes away with the rebote. Good communication. Bueno from the 10 line. Big backhand. Manny on the move. Up at the 8. Pushed it outside. That ball is going to land in. Bueno, good control. Makes the play. Avoids the screen and keeps the rally going. Manny at the 10 line. Looking for the big bounce again. Bueno tipped it. What a point. We're at 5-5 again. Williams and Manny serve. This is set point. Backhand there from the 11. Bueno keeps it inside. Good catch by Manny, pulling it off the side wall. Bueno now just beyond the 11. Backhand. Here's Manny. Bueno now just beyond the 10 line. Manny advances up on the left side. This one, a little lower and harder. Bueno steps up. Nice catch again off the sidewall. Manny lobs this one up. Bueno switches to the right side. Back over the top. This one opens up. Manny controls it. Manny low, hard forehand. Ikeda coming cross court. Gets there before the bounce. Manny out there. Just lays it up. Ikeda on the hop. Up at the 7 line. Low and hard again. Manny lets it pass. And miss the rebote on the back end. Point and set. Ikeda and Bueno get it done 6-5. 2 minutes up on the board to come back and play. Set number 2.
Can't get closer in terms of point. Bueno and Ikeda with some mistakes. And again, one thing that was interesting to see was the weaker link on that Warriors team would, of course, be Cool Fitness. And we didn't see the Cyclones moving it to the outside of the court. I would have expected shots. I mean, Ikeda doesn't particularly like throwing shots, and I understand that.
And fortunately for the Cyclones, I mean, didn't need to throw many to take that set either. Just good, consistent play.
But volleying with Manny is that's a risky strategy. I mean, that is definitely a risky strategy. I mean, 6-5, they brought it out 1 point, but
no, absolutely. I mean, we've seen Manny control the game from back there for, I mean, now 5 seasons of Battle Court, and he's won countless matches regardless of who's up in front of him.
There we are in the ESPN3 Players Cage. Players taking their breaks back here in between sets and preparing for matches. Some replays from that first set. See this low, what we call a cortada, just low above the pad. Goes towards the side wall. That one cut off by Ikeda. Bueno with his own cortada. See him make contact with that side wall there and die?
Yeah, really well done.
Yeah, very well done by Bueno. Great catch by Manny. How can he see it? I don't know. Manny making the save here. This one landing very much in. Bueno coming up with a clutch catch.
And for some reason, I mean, Ikeda and Bueno, even last year as a 5th division team for the Cyclones, they started off slow. They were just 1-3 through their first 4 matches and finished their 8-game season with a record of 4 wins and 4 losses. Here in Season 5, they started 0-4. They won their last time out. Looking to get back to 500. We've seen this team play better in the second half of seasons before. Looks like it's going to be the case again. They had set number 1, 6-5, set 2, ready to begin. There's a serve by Williams. We begin set number 2. Forehand played over the top. There's Manny in the corner on the bounce. Ikeda now backing up, makes a play at the 9 line. Sidearm forehand. Back in the corner. Manny goes, makes the play. Bueno reaching up high. Forehand. Howard back inside. Manny with a good read. Steps up, caught in the air. Ikeda with time. Lines up the rebote. Powers it back inside. Dropping low. Manny caught it. Ikeda now does the same on the left side up at the 8. Big backhand follows. Rebote coming out. One's floating, and it's missed. First point of our second set goes to Ikeda and Bueno.
Ikeda and Bueno looking a little more locked in as far as communication's concerned as they walk back towards the announcer's booth to make that serve. Certainly they'd like to finish it out in straight sets.
Fault under serve, second serve coming up. Manny on the left side, big backhand, passes both Cyclones. Ikeda on the rebote. That's well placed to the inside, kicking up. Manny, great catch in the corner. Ikeda backing up again on the forehand up at the 9 line. Manny on the bounce, stops this one in the middle of the court. Right over Ikeda's head, backing up again, takes it in. This one low and hard, crossing. Manny steps up. Great play by Bueno, takes it off the sidewall. The backhand comes out to the right side of Manny. Powers this one back over the top. That is missed. Williams and Manny tied up 1-1.
Manny doing a good job of getting the ball back to the inside. And by the inside, we mean the area of the court closest to that big green side wall. Closer the ball is to that wall, the more difficult it is to catch.
Low hard serve. Bueno, nice pickup before the second bounce. Manny getting out there for the rebote. Makes a save. It's a 2-all. Ikeda caught in the air. Ikeda blasts it low and hard again. Manny plays a rebote on the back end. Ikeda up at the 7 line. Keeps the pressure on. This forehand a little higher. Manny backing up. He scooped it up on the right side. Shoots the outside placement. Will Bueno get there? Almost made the play, but that's going to score for the Warriors. 2-1 lead.
Outside placement worked that time earlier. Did not. Bueno got out there and made the catch. You want it to be a surprise to the guys running after the ball. Or running trying to get to the ball. And that's what we saw there with Bueno. Good throw by Manny.
Nice serve again. Bueno keeps it on the left side. Big backhand, open it up. Williams all alone for the rebote. He makes a save, 2-all return. Ikeda has it in the air, blasts the forehand. Allows for Williams to take it again. He does, this time from the left side. Well placed, better catch by Bueno, rips it off the side wall. Manny on the rebote, opens up to the middle of the court. Here's Bueno now, back over the top, hard throw. Manny lines up the rebote beautifully, keeps it inside, Bueno backing up, stops at the 13, powers one over the top. Here's Manny. Ikeda coming cross court, his forehand. Just out of reach of Manny, cutting back inside, but he lines up the rebote. Ikeda committed to the forehand, powers it over the top. Manny runs under it, backhand. Bueno's forehand right back to Manny. Likes to play the rebote again, another tough save. Ikeda aggressive play, back over the top, right to the inside. Manny scooped it up. Bueno now from the 10 line. Manny over the top. Ikeda trying to cut it off using the sidewall to make that catch. This one's going to pass. Ikeda on the move. Rebote dropped inside. Manny on the forehand. Manny slows it down, trying to get it past Bueno. Ranging back, makes the play at the 11 line. Manny rebote high off the front wall. Ikeda on the move, stops it, powers it, low and hard, one-handed scoop there by Manny. Bueno the outside placement, but that's outside of play. Three-one advantage for the Warriors.
That scoop by Manny was something else.
Oh,
I mean,
my goodness.
I don't know that he had much else. If that went to the rebote, I don't know that he had a clear shot on the rebote, so that was kind of make it or break it. He just stuck his cesta there. Boom. Ball went right in. Very well done.
That is an underserve. Second serve coming up. He had a good serve lanes between the 4 and 7 line. Rebote left side, coming up the middle. Here's Bueno. Rebote saved by Manny, opens up as a 2-0. Ikeda up at the 4 line, hard to the inside, not a lot on it, and Manny somehow digs it out. Ikeda on the forehand, blasts it inside, gives Manny a play. Again, stops it on the forehand. This is coming right up the middle. Ikeda, high hard play. No play for Manny. Williams comes from the front court, turns the rebote. Ikeda back over the top, looking for the big bounce. Manny controls it up high on the forehand. This one to the inside. Here's Bueno. Bueno low and hard. Manny stops it. Manny over the top again. Ikeda out of the way. Bueno couldn't control that catch. That is 4-1 in favor of the Warriors.
Both Manny and Ikeda just working the inside of the court. Again, basically at this point, a match of attrition. Just saying who's going to drop the ball first. I don't know that we've seen a shot. We've seen a couple cortadas. Some beautiful rebotes, but that's not really a shot.
Well, over serve, second serve for William. Nice pick up there by Bueno. That ball kicked up, stays with it from the left side, puts it on the wall. Great grab by Manny. Bueno going up for it again, up at the 11 line. More power behind this one, and it's tipped.
Oh my, oh my.
Second point for the Cyclones. They serve.
Very curious to see if the Cyclones are able to build on this lead or The Warriors will take us to a third set.
Underserve. Second serve coming up for Ikeda. Manny on the bounce, picks it up at the 10 line, throws it over the top. Ikeda runs under it. Ikeda from the forehand, get it to pass. Williams coming back for it. What a nice save as that crossed the sidewall. Bueno advancing now up to the 7, big backhand. Another one coming out for Williams. Another rebote save. This one's a 2-all. Opening up, Ikeda backing up to the outside. Well placed forehand. Manny, what a scoop there, deep into the backcourt. Bueno now reaching low. He's got it at the 10 line. This one opens up. Williams another rebote. This one's a 2-wall, and it's going to kick out of play. 3 points for the Cyclones. It's just a 1-point deficit now.
Do you think he was thinking about throwing a 2-wall, or you think that just clipped? I don't know that he was thinking of.
Yeah,
I know he wound up throwing a 2-wall, but that caught way too much sidewall, went way out of play.
For how far it sailed out of play,
Yeah,
it's hard to say that that was an intentional 2-wall. Backhand by Manny to the inside. Good catch here by Bueno. Bueno at the 11. This one dropping low for Manny. Manny from the left side. Big backhand. Stopped up overhead. Here's Bueno. Bueno from the corner. Backhand to the inside. There's Manny. No look. Behind him. Ball ruled to have been tipped. That's going to bring the Warriors to a 5-3 lead. They have a possible set point.
So if I'm Manny here, I want to finish this off and force that third set. Obviously, you want to stay and win the match. I know that goes without saying, but definitely here, especially the way that Ikeda and Bueno were looking at each other just now. Ooh,
Ikeda's got the serve. Forehand's going to pass. Manny on the move. He turns the rebote powerfully, coming back to the inside. Here's Bueno now. High, hard backhand. Takes Manny out of it. Williams looking for the rebote. He makes a save. Ikeda coming back for it on the left side. Another big backhand. Manny getting out there again. Rebote just dropped inside. Big bouncer controlled by Bueno. Bueno over the top, pushed it up the middle. Manny on the bounce, makes the catch. Hard forehand inside. Ikeda runs across the court. Caught in the air, and a powerful backhand follows. Williams looking for it. Soft touch inside. Ooh. Ikeda's got it on the bounce. Ikeda rips the backhand. Manny staying up there at the 8 line. Gets there for the rebote. Softer touch on this backhand, dropped it in the corner. Manny comes back for another good save. Ikeda rips it off the sidewall. Rebote again, no play for Ikeda. Bueno goes up, forehand, powered inside, good catch. Cyclones now, Ikeda on the rebote, powers it back up the middle. Manny over the top again, no play for Ikeda. Bueno, nice control. High, hard one. Manny, nice positioning. Turns the rebote on the backhand. Ikeda looking for it. Bueno's got it in the backcourt, and that was juggled. Point and set. Warriors get set number 2, 6-3. We'll come back in a minute and a half and play our third and decisive set.
Those juggling calls by this backcourt judge, I mean, he's looking hard. He's looking hard. It's very difficult, especially back here about the, behind the 9, I'd say anywhere behind the 9 line, but definitely behind the 10 line when the player's close to the side wall. If they catch the ball on the left side and they juggle it, it's very difficult for the judges to see that.
No, absolutely.
Here we have some replays.
We're going to see, is this the look?
Oh, yeah, look at that. That ball comes completely out.
Caught it twice almost, yeah.
That ball comes completely out. We don't often show that. Wow, look at the floor. There we are on the ESPN 3 Players Cage. See Kareah consulting with with Williams. Williams making some nice rebotes there. Again, they have been working him. They haven't been testing him to the outside of the court.
Yeah, you start to see it a little more off the rebote, but not on, straight to the outside on a couple of these shot attempts.
Ikeda is setting it back each time. I think seeing whether or not Manny's going to get tired. I mean, I'm sure he's tired, but Daddy's going to drop a point. There's your replay. This catch.
Yeah, I don't think Manny's the guy you want to get into a
outside
long
placement
battle with
look
there
at
in the
this.
back. Look at this one, just out of reach of Bueno.
Close. He was close to it, but
Manny's one of those guys. I don't know if he's ever expressed that he's tired. So regardless of who he plays against, I mean, he's going to keep fighting.
100%.
Not an easy opponent to play against, which is why Manny's had so much success in Battle Court, even on these lower-ranked teams.
Looks like we're going to get some more expert play-by-play from Andrew Bleckman in a third and final set.
We are ready to begin set number 3. Ikeda and Bueno serve to Williams and Manny. Here's the backhand by Bueno from the corner. Manny from the left side. Played at the 10 line. Bueno. All right, hard one. This one is blasted. Williams all alone. Backpedals. He got out there. Nice rebote. That is missed
off the
by
ball.
Ikeda. First point of our third and decisive set to the Warriors.
That is a long-term issue for Ikeda. When the ball is lined up perfectly coming into his cesta, occasionally takes his eye off the ball and doesn't complete the catch. Don't know for a fact that's what happened from back here, because obviously we're looking at his back, but that's been the case in the past.
Fault under serve, second serve coming up. Nice catch here by Manny. Zach crossed the sidewall back over the top. Well placed by Bueno. This one is right on the sidewall. Kicks off. Williams just lays it up. Ikeda on the bounce. Forehand. Drop back over the top. Manny runs under it. Backhand. Ball runner. Bueno's got it. Bueno wall to wall from the left side. Williams on the move up at the 5 line. This opens up again. Ikeda in the middle of the court. Sidearm Kareah. Manny calls him off. Manny's Kareah from the outside. Ikeda stops it, avoids the net. He gets it off in time. Good body control there by Ikeda. Backhand to the inside. Bueno pulls it in. This one high and hard. Just does clear the overhead screen. Williams another one. That is missed. Great effort by Ikeda and Bueno. The Cyclones tie it up. 1-1.
So again, contact with the incidental contact with the net is allowed. You just can't manipulate it to try to catch the ball as it's going out or anything like that. And Ikeda did a really good job there. You get a face full of net, you could potentially lose your footing. Very well done by Ikeda.
Manny for the backcourt opens up. Right back to the left side of Bueno now. Deep in the backcourt. Plays it. Here's Manny. Bueno advancing again just beyond the 10 line. Bueno again back at the 12. This one low and hard. Manny on the bounce. Picks it up. Bueno here from the inside. Big backhand. This one coming out. Rebote. Lead by Williams again. It's a 2-wall. Ikeda trying to scoop it up and just tipped it. 2-1 lead for the Warriors.
Again, I saw Ikeda's head turn, I believe, either as he was making the catch or just after he was making the catch. Scoop, difficult to do, but definitely have to be concentrating on that ball coming into your cesta.
Fault over serve. Second serve coming up. Strong backhand. Manny going to let that one come out. Williams makes a nice save, puts it just above the pad. Ikeda on the forehand. For the high, hard play, catches 3 walls. Manny digs out the rebote. Ikeda with the carom. That lands out. 3-1 advantage for the Warriors.
Some people like to ask, why doesn't he throw more shots? You've heard me say that, why doesn't he throw more shots? Some guys have an issue with that line, landing it in. And if you don't have confidence that you're going to be able to land it in, you're better off playing it to the inside. Miss serve.
That is a miss serve. Second serve coming up.
Those features required in throwing a shot, knowing how to do it, knowing when to do it, and having the confidence to do it. Those are the 3 things you need before you throw a shot. And Kareah prefers to throw it and just volley.
Bueno charging. Forehand throw. 3-wall play. Manny from the left side hooks it back up the middle. Bueno keeps it on the right side, over the top. Big bouncer. Manny backing up. He scooped it up. Ikeda now crashing into the sidewall, powers it over the top. Manny runs under it. Backhand. Blasted to the left side of Bueno. Bueno over the top. Manny, what a scoop. Couldn't get there in the air. Low hard on the return. Ikeda reaching in, got there. There's a backhand opening up towards the outside. Manny calls him off. Manny drops it right on the sidewall. Here's Bueno. Bueno from the 10 line. His backhand gonna open up. Williams looking for it on the left side. Makes a nice save. Puts it on the wall.
Beautifully placed by Williams. Very well done. Very well done. He tried to do that earlier. Looked like a drop shot. I believe it was off the rebote. Back in the second set. But Ikeda was all over it. This one, Williams managed to put right next to the side wall, set up a very difficult catch.
Hard serve, Ikeda cut it off. Ikeda shoots the carom. That split him to score. Second point for the Cyclones.
Very well done by Ikeda. Good catch of the serve. Good composure to throw the shot. Look at this concentration. Watches it the entire way. Even the little spin. Spin was nice.
Manny back over the top. Good control here by Bueno. Bueno on the forehand. Manny elects to run around it. Makes a creative save from the forehand. Ikeda up at the 7 line, blasts it low and hard. Manny running back for it. He digs it out. Ikeda keeps the pressure on the forehand. Lower and harder. The even tougher rebote. Manny's got it. Ikeda a little early on the hop. Faked the carom, drops it inside. Manny gets there. Manny the splitter. Ball missed by Bueno on the outside. Well played point. The Warriors lead at 5-2. They have a possible set and a possible match point.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Yeah, just kind of overthrew that fake.
That inside placement just is, it's too far back. And then Bueno just coming cross court. Oh, Ikeda's frustrated. Fortunately, the helmets are strong.
Over serve, second serve coming up.
We think they can stop balls. Fortunately, we haven't been able to see, but we know that they can survive concrete throws. That we do know. We have lots of experience with that.
Second serve is in. There's a big backhand by Bueno. Williams. So that ball kicked way up. Rebote not there. It's going to be 3 points. Extends the match here. Ikeda and Bueno have 3.
Again, first, we're in the third and final set. First team to reach 6 points will win this match. Warriors just 1 away. there in the black shirts, the white and blue shirts. That would be one heck of a comeback. I think that Ikeda would owe his helmet an apology. You see Ikeda tying into his cesta there. The hand sits on top of the wicker basket, flat. The leather glove, it goes over the top of the hand. The only thing holding it in there is that long cloth tie called a cinta.
Manny in the corner comes away with that serve. Ikeda on the forehand. High and hard to the inside. Manny stays back there, goes up for it. Over the top, there's Bueno on the hop, makes another good catch. There's Manny now, low and hard. That ball kicked up,
Tipped.
Missed. The Warriors close it out in the third and decisive set. They win it 6-3. And with that win, Warriors jump ahead on the game day. 1.5 points for the doubles victory, just 1 point in singles for Manu's win. Coming up next, continuing on with a little bit of singles. Second division, Nicholas takes on Lopez, his debut match. We'll see this in just about a minute and a half. There's that game day scoreboard, 30.5 points now for the Warriors. They jump ahead of the Renegades, at least for the moment. And I believe the Warriors, actually came into the day tied up with the Renegades on points remaining. So after today, they will be one full game day ahead of the defending champions. Coming up next, though, singles, second division, Lopez versus Nicholas. This is always a fun group, one of the most competitive in all of Battle Court singles. But before we get to that, we're going to hear from the winning duo, Williams and Manny. They needed 3 sets to get it done. Nice comeback effort to get their Warriors team up ahead on the game day. Here they are, Williams and Manny.
All right, Williams, Manny, congratulations on winning that match. This is your third win, 3 wins this season. How do you plan to stay consistent?
Just stick to the program, man. Manny's a great player. He always guides me on the court. Whenever I'm down, making mistakes, he always tells me, stay focused, play the game, relax, and easy, man. And we always come out with the man. Manny's a great teacher. I love playing with him.
¿Qué tal es jugar con Manny? How is it like playing with Cool?
Me gusta jugar con Cool porque hace caso en todo.
I like playing with Cool because he just does whatever I tell him to do. Again, guys, congratulations on winning that match. Let's see what else happens today.
Thank you. Go Warriors.
We'll quickly introduce this second-ranked singles matchup here. You know the two players, Nicholas and Lopez, about to go at it. The debut match for Lopez here in singles. Nicholas has played a couple here to begin this season, 1-1 through his first 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our next match. Nicholas will have the serve for the Warriors. Here's the serve. We begin. Backhand by Lopez, powerfully thrown to the inside. Rebote forehand. Scoop by Lopez. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand. Caught by Lopez at the 10 line. Big right side to pass. Low and hard by Nicholas. Here's Lopez. Lopez whips the 2-all-2 score. Lopez first on the board for the Cyclones here. He has the serve. Reminder, the scoring in Battle Court. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
Well, interesting to see the strategy of a traditional highlight player making the adjustment to this smaller court. And you see early on that
Opening
Lopez,
up with the shot,
yeah, I mean, he's going to be aggressive. He's watched a number of singles matches over the last couple seasons. He knows that it's usually the first one to shoot it at this level if you can execute a good one. He did right there to get on the board first.
Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Rebote forehand saved by Lopez. Big bounce. Stopped by Nicholas. Nicholas keeps it low and hard to the inside where it scores. We're tied up 1 point apiece. Nicholas serves. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
I've seen a couple more misses there on the bounce by Lopez, and the closer the ball is to the side wall. Nicholas not known for many shots. So he'll just outcatch all of his opponents.
Lopez from the forehand. Powerfully from the right side. Straight back. 2-all. Stopped by Lopez. Lopez from the outside. Powerfully playing it low, keeping it low. Enough for Rebote. Lopez perfect positioning at the 7 line. Low and hard. That scores. 2 points for Lopez. He serves.
So much power there to that right side. Just a
He's
thing
a
of beauty.
monster. I mean, he covers so much court, too. I mean, just by extending his arms. Again, we've been interested to see how he would play singles. We've seen him in practices. We've seen him in doubles with mismatching. But so far, he looks pretty comfortable on the court. We're still very early in the match. Backhand by Nicholas. Catch by Lopez at the 9 line. Lopez powerfully. Rotate forehand. Here's Lopez at the 8 line. Passes again. Lopez on the catch midcourt. Low and hard to the inside, looking across. Stopped by Nicholas. Catch by Lopez. Lopez passing. Robote's out. There's a catch by Lopez. Scoop attempt tipped on the left side. We're tied up 2 points apiece. Nicholas serves for the Warriors.
And that's not one we've really seen Lopez miss this season. Just kind of ate him up. Maybe a little more kick off the sidewall than he was expecting.
Agreed. Definitely agreed.
But so far, so good. I mean, we've seen guys come out in their first singles match and really just can't get anything
And look
going.
lost.
Yeah, but far from it here. Opened up with a nice shot. He knows where to place the ball. And just a player of his caliber, you expect good things regardless of where he's playing.
That scoop attempt tipped at the 9 line. That's a 3rd point for Nicholas. He has the serve.
Yeah, I think if Lopez is going to want to win this match, he's going to have to establish that he can make that catch low and hard crossing the side wall.
He can throw it.
Yes.
We know he can throw it. It's the question of can he catch it.
Yeah, and that's a little bit different reaction off the sidewall that he's used to, so that's definitely part of the learning curve here on this court.
Big backhand by Lopez right up the middle. Rebote inside by Nicholas will score. Well thrown. 4 points for Nicholas. He serves.
I think Nicholas recognized there Lopez was moving to his right to the outside, and there was so much space back to the inside. If he can just put it low and hard, exactly what he did. Well out of reach for a 4-2 advantage. I mean, look at this. I mean, Lopez is set up. I mean, this is camera left here to Nicholas's right. There is so much space there. Perfectly thrown. Don't have to even throw it that low. Reaction off the back wall, kicks it down.
Lopez from the forehand, powerfully from the right side. Ball's on the wall, saved by Nicholas. Here's the catch by Lopez. Lopez low and hard, crossing. Good read by Nicholas. Lopez has on the left side. That 2-all caught the top of the pad. Any part of the pad is bad. That is 5 points for Nicholas and a possible set point. Powerful forehand by Lopez. Passes. Here's Nicholas. Good catch. Here's the backhand. Backhand by Nicholas. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Lopez. Caught by Nicholas. Lopez gets in there. Got assessed on it. Was not able to complete the catch. That is point and set to Nicholas of the Warriors. Winning the first set 6-2. We'll put a minute, 30 seconds on the board, come back out and play our next set.
Nicholas comes back winning 5 of the last 6 points of that set. This is what we come to expect from Nicholas. I mean, you're not going to see many traditional 2 walls or many shots. He's just going to put it right on the side wall, pass consistently, and just force his opponents to out-catch him, which is a hard thing to do.
Just a reminder, you're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. There you see Kareah. I'm not sure what he's doing, actually. They're fanning Nicholas along with Douglas. It's not quite the spa treatment that Ben gives on the Renegades, but it's a close second. You see Nicholas having won that first set, 6-2. See Carbo for the Cyclones. He'll be coming out here momentarily.
And up next after this, 6th division, Williams and Julan take on Carbo and Flores. Then 3rd division doubles, Kareah and Nicholas take on Bueno and Manu. We'll close it out with Douglas and Julan against Ikeda and Lopez. So after this, 3 doubles matches, 6th division, 3rd division, 2nd division, respectively. We'll close out the day.
About 10 seconds before we begin our second set. Be curious to see if Nicholas is able to take it in straight sets or Lopez is able to force a 3rd and final set.
Lopez ready to go here.
Yeah, he's been
leave the court.
He's been out here. I think he took a 30-second break.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our second set. Nicholas will have the serve for the Warriors. Lopez, rather, has the serve for the Cyclones. Here's the serve. We begin with an overserve. Ball must land between the 4 and 7 line on the serve. Second serve must be good. Here's the backhand. Rebote forehand by Lopez. Passes. It's at the side wall. Nicholas sends that to the overhead screen. Lopez with the first point for the Cyclones here in the second set.
Yeah, Lopez has got so much power that he can make life very difficult for Nicholas on some of these rebotes. Maybe get a pass a little bit more in this set. As this ball's starting to heat up a little bit, that could play in his favor.
Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Rebote forehand, fired hard by Lopez. Nicholas to the inside, read by Lopez. He makes the stop at the 9 line. Backhand clears the overhead screen. Rebote forehand. Rebote forehand again. Nicholas takes it on the bounce midcourt. Lopez for the rebote, low and inside. Nicholas is there. Backhand. Rebote forehand, 2 pass. That clears. Catch by Lopez. Backhand from the 7 line. There's a backhand by Lopez to the inside. Nicholas is there. Rebote forehand. Lopez will make that catch in the air at the 9 line. Big backhand right up the middle. Here's the catch by Lopez. Beautiful catch by Nicholas. Rebote forehand, high to the front wall. Nicholas is there.
Oh, caught the corner.
Splitter scores. We're tied up 1 point apiece. Nicholas will serve for the Warriors.
I don't think Lopez was expecting that ball to even come close to the outside. Bit of an unfortunate bounce for Nicholas, but got away with it as Lopez not ready to react in time.
Here's the backhand by Lopez. Rebote. Lopez going for that on the forehand at the 8 line. Right side back. Rebote forehand, low. This one caught by Nicholas. Backhand to the inside. Lopez one-handed grab at the 8 line. Rebote to the inside. Here's the catch by Lopez. Backhand. That ball's on the side wall where it scores a well-played point by Nicholas and Lopez. Nicholas will get the point for the Warriors. He leads 2-1. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court. First player to win 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
It doesn't matter who you are. If your opponent's able to place the ball like that on the side wall as you're trying to play the rebote, it's just not going to be easy for you. So well done by Nicholas. A little bit more experience on this court, certainly paying off here.
Rebote left side to the inside. That ball tipped at the 10 line. 3 points for Nicholas. He serves.
Again, a bunch of these misses in the same spot. And that one kicking up right on the wall. And
At
again,
the side wall difficulty, absolutely.
Not easy.
There's a backhand by Lopez. Low bullet. Catch by Lopez. He winds up. 2-all is out.
I think Lopez just wants to know what Manu thinks. And I think he's going to trust the captain here. And I don't know.
That's a 4th point for Nicholas. He serves.
And if Manu, the captain, I mean, he's standing in the cage right on that boundary line. If he's not 100% certain, no need to use the challenge.
Lopez from the costado to the inside. Here's Nicholas. Backhand. Forehand goes straight back. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand. That ball just missed. That's 5 points for Nicholas. Possible set, possible match point for Nicholas and the Warriors.
You're seeing, again, just sidewall catching in the rebotes. Just giving him a little bit of trouble, and that's expected as a backcourter in your first singles match here at Magic City.
Lopez powerfully from the forehand. Passes 3 walls. There's the catch by Lopez. Here's the backhand. Powerfully thrown.
Oh,
that rebote save will score. That is point set and a match in straight sets to Nicholas. And the Warriors winning 6-2, 6-1.
And the Warriors make it 2 wins in a row. Williams and Manny first in that doubles match, and Nicholas coming out right after. They now lead 2.5, 2-1 on this game day over the Cyclones. Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court with it inside. Another one!
And there's the game day scoreboard brought to you by DraftKings. 2.5 points for the Warriors, 1 point for the Cyclones. We have a doubles match up next, but first, we should hear from the winner of that last match, none other than Nicholas from the Warriors.
All right, Nicholas, congratulations on winning that match. How do you create a game plan against someone like Lopez, who you have not seen play in singles yet?
Pues no, contento. Era un partido difícil que me esperaba.
I'm happy. I knew it was going to be a really hard match.
Había que, jugar justo, ¿no? Al máximo a la pared izquierda.
Just, play into my comfort, just keeping it on the left wall.
Y aguantar el punto.
And just keeping the point going. Again, Nicholas, congratulations on winning that match. Let's see what else happens today.
Thank you.
Good job, Nicholas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our next match. That is going to be Williams and Julan for the Warriors going up against Carbo and Flores for the Cyclones.
Sixth division matchup here. Williams and Julan undefeated to begin this Battle Court season. It's the sixth-ranked team. Played 3 matches, but they've got it done each time out. Carbo and Flores lost their opening match and have won 3 in a row. Winner of this one will get their 4th win, 4-game winning streak here in Battle Court. That's awfully impressive regardless of the group. Loser will suffer their first loss in a while. Warriors, it's Williams and Julan. They'll have the serve to begin. There's a serve. We begin our 4th match. Big backhand there by Flores. Julan into the backcourt. Makes the stop. Julan again, this time back at the 13 line, puts it up the middle. No play for Carbo. Here's Flores from deep in the backcourt. Hard throw inside, little kick. Julan stops it on the bounce. Carbo comes cross court, crashes into the side wall. His backhand got away. That hit the overhead screen. And not a play.
Totally got away from him. Good catch. Lots of control, but just situational awareness wasn't there. He was angled out when he made that throw and threw it out.
Carbo goes for the serve into the 2-wall. Stopped by Williams. Williams goes for the high 3-wall play. Carbo backing up, caught in the air. Forehand blasted inside. Good positioning by Julan. Julan's backhand drops into the corner. Carbo comes back for it, just flicks it up. Barely clears the overhead screen again. Julan on the forehand, low and hard. Stayed inside where it's scored. 2-0. Warriors lead.
Flores frustrated here in the back, getting some feedback from his teammates. Julan doing a really good job of moving that ball to the inside away from Carbo, making sure that Flores had to make a play on that.
Carbo's got this serve into the 2-wall again. Williams stops another one. Williams lower and harder. Carbo coming cross court, makes the stop. Rifles it inside again. Now Julan digs one out. Goes it right over Carbo. Up at the 7th line. High hard throw. Julan a little late start. Calls for Williams to take it. He gets in there. Carbo runs around it on the Costado. He blasts it up the middle. In and out of Julan's cesta it goes. That's a point for Carbo and Flores.
Just a little bit of a different spin coming that low and that hard. Really well thrown by Carbo. We often kind of jokingly, dismissively say, just throw it at his feet, just throw it at his feet, but there's a lot of logic in it.
Powerful serve, Julan handles. Flores from deep in the backcourt, forehand high off the front wall, big bounce. Controlled by Julan, what a catch. Flores drops this one inside, Julan advancing up at the 7th line, low and hard. Flores in there to make the stop.
Good catch.
Julan on the right side. Flores again caught in the air, this backhand coming up the middle. Julan calls him off. Julan blasts it low and hard. Flores is there to make the stop. Backhand again opens up. Williams makes the play on the left side. This one back inside for Carbo. Hard forehand, dropped in the corner. A wonky rebote. Julan stays with it, makes the play. Flores all alone, trying to dig it out. That just caught the pad. Any part of the pad is bad. 3-1. Warriors lead.
Good second effort trying to make that rebote save. Just send it low. Julan doing a really good job playing with Williams. And Carbo doing a really good job playing with Flores. Carbo letting Flores play his game here in the back. Don't always see that.
Flores handles the serve, backhand dropping low. Julan up there at the 9 line. Low ball into the corner. There's Flores. Hard backhand follows, puts it on the wall. Julan takes it off the sidewall. High hard backhand. Almost past Julan, back at the 13 line, makes the stop. There's Carbo setting up for a rebote, a difficult one right on the numbers. Big bounce, Julan stops it at the 10 line. Hard play back up the middle. Flores reaching in, makes another stop. High hard backhand, this one, get a pass. Well, interference ruled. Point will be replayed. Interference was the call. Williams and Julan will reserve up 3-1. Carbo takes the serve, throws a 2-wall. That's going to land in and score.
That's the problem with sleeping on Carbo like that. Fitness is Williams has done a good job of stopping those very well. But if you let Carbo just linger up there, he'll rifle a couple of these off.
A little more angle
super quick and put a whole bunch of points up on the board.
That's really been the best offense for the Cyclones team at this level. It's Carbo just making it happen up there off the serve mostly.
See if he goes back to that blasted serve. A version of it.
Julan handles the serve there at the 11 line, backhand coming up the middle. Carbo on the forehand, powers it to the outside. Julan stops it in the air. Julan with the carom. One's going to land in and score. Julan from the backcourt brings the Warriors to a 4-2 lead.
Nice carom by Julan. Carbo often gets to those. That time just a little late to get started. He sees Carbo leaning down. Good time to throw it. And that opened up. It opened up deep, but it opened up.
Flores gets to that ball off the serve, puts it close to the sidewall. Here's Julan rifling the backhand. That one's out of reach. Carbo on the rebote. Julan now middle of the court. Sidearm play coming back up the middle. Carbo stops another one. Carbo high 3-wall play. Williams setting up for the rebote. Returns a 2-wall. Carbo stops it on the bounce. Carbo high throw. Rebote play to the inside. Here's Carbo, another 2-wall. Williams, great control. Backhand to the inside. This one can open up. Flores turns it on the back end. Our backhand dropped into the corner. Julan out there for the rebote. Here's Carbo backed up to the 10. Backhand pushed outside. Williams staying with it. Makes a good save. Flores on the backhand, kicking up. Julan makes the stop there between the 11 and 12. This one out of reach. Carbo setting up for the rebote, puts it inside, right at his feet. One's got the play on the back end. Flores reaching up high, nice grab, backhand kicking up. Not past Julan again, ranging behind him to make the play. Flores stops another one. Hard backhand, cutting close. Magic City bounce. Julan stays with it. Clean miss. Rebote played on the back end. Carbo into the 2-wall. Stopped by Williams. Williams lower and harder. And it scores. A well-played point by all 4 players.
I got to tell you, Williams has shut down the 2-wall. He's made the rebotes. He only missed one of them.
That's 2-wall defense has been some of the best we've
Spot
seen.
on.
I mean, it's not an
great.
easy competition here against Carballo. We saw El Barba struggle, and he's been playing great. And Williams is coming to this one not playing his best highlight, more than up for the challenge. Serve kicks cross to the forehand of Flores. Shoots it low and hard. Julan going to get up there. Low runner. Tipped. Point and set. Williams and Julan get it done 6-2. Put a minute and a half on the board, come back and play our second.
Be very curious to see how the Cyclones come out in the second set. Carballo, I've seen it go both directions. Sometimes he comes from behind. He's not able to get a rhythm going, takes some wild swings at the ball. Other times he comes out and it's like he can't be beat. There we are on the ESPN 3 players cage. You see members of the Cyclones. Carballo getting feedback from Lopez. They're in the foreground. Carballo, I don't believe, I was about to say I don't think he's broken a sweat yet. A little sweat. That is a calm,
rare,
cool,
huh?
and collected Carballo. Very much so.
Yeah, and I look for him to turn it on here. I mean, he was aggressive in set number 1, but I think there's another gear. It's not like Flores was missing balls in the back, though. I mean, he's
in the beginning, it was like they didn't have a rhythm together.
Yeah,
it's like
absolutely.
Carballo was used to having Manu in the back, and there is a difference between Manu and Flores in the back there. But then once he gave Flores some room to maneuver, Flores made some catches and got the ball back to the inside very well. You are watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Fronton in Miami, Florida. About 10 seconds to go before we begin the second set in our fourth match of the day.
Julan on the bounce, forehand played inside. Ball missed by Flores. Williams and Julan on the board first in our second set.
Ball just a little much for Flores there in the back, trying to catch it off the bounce.
Backhand to the inside. What a catch there by Carballo. Carballo, no-look catch and missed it.
The no-look catch. When he makes it, it looks good on the review, but that's the only time that it looks good. That was a no-look, no-touch catch, and that's the worst kind of catch.
Big backhand, a little too strong. That caught the overhead screen and out of play. Quick 3 points for the Warriors.
Yeah, that ball just hitting the overhead screen. Flores not able to get into any kind of rhythm here in this second set. All points going the direction of Warriors. Williams and Julan seem pretty well locked in. Imagine we'll see Carballo starting to take over, at least try to take over. Probably going to see him go for a serve or two here.
Carballo scooped the serve, throws a drop shot. Williams gets to it. Williams blasts the forehand wall to wall. Carballo scrambling. He makes a play. That one dropping low. Julan caught it. Julan pushed it up the middle. Here's Carballo. Forehand, high and hard again. Julan calls him off, makes the save above his head on the rebote. Here's Carballo into the costado. That split him, and it scores.
Yeah. Carballo was lining up to take that serve, and then chaos ensued. You had 4 players running in all different directions, try to stay on top of that ball. Good job by Julan trying to corral Williams. Williams, one of the first ones that he's missed to the outside. Good job overall.
That's a well-placed serve. The ace brings it just a 1-point deficit now for the Cyclones.
We have seen throughout the course of Battle Court, Carballo come back with phenomenal catches and throws, crossing the side wall, basically wreaking havoc for opponents. Don't know if he's going to be able to do that to take the second set, but we'll see.
Backhand to the inside. Dropped in the corner. Carballo missed the rebote.
Miss on the rebote. So that one, the ball landing in Carballo's, should have been landing in Carballo's cesta, landed on the frame. He just wasn't able to complete the rebote. Very rare to see Carballo miss a rebote from right there. 4-2 in favor of the Warriors.
That is an ace. Serve brings it to 5-2 in the Warriors' favor. It's a possible set and a possible match point.
Looked like it was potentially going to be an underserve, but that ball landed in right at the feet of Carballo. Flores having to move up, just not able to make it.
Carballo takes that serve right into the costado. It's a 2-wall stop by Williams. Williams looking for the 3-wall play. Great control by Carballo. Long drop shot about halfway up the wall. Williams gets there. Big backhand. Here's the rebote. Carballo spinning save. Low and hard. What a scoop there by Flores. Big backhand. Julan ranging back for it. Carballo going to let it pass. He makes a save on the back end. Julan advances, steps in on the bounce up at the 7 line. Low and hard. Flores reaching in. He scooped it up. Contact with the sidewall. Julan gets the backhand off. Just out of reach. Carballo lines it up. High to the inside. Big bouncer. Julan lets it pass. Makes a save on the back end. Here's Carballo into the costado again. The splitter. Split them up to score. Still going here. 5-3. Cyclone serve.
As long as Carballo's on the court, you cannot count them out. You cannot count the Cyclones out as long as Carballo's on the court. We've seen the comebacks before.
Under serve, second serve coming up. Powerful serve, Julan handles it. Backhand inside. Flores gonna let that one pass Carballo. Makes the save on the back end. Here's Julan at the 10 line, forehand low and hard. Carballo back it up, takes it in at the 11. This one just out of reach. Williams has to come back for it. He makes the save. Carballo just drops it inside. Julan looking to run around it, and that ball's missed. Just a 1-point deficit. Cyclone serving.
Julan trying to do a little too much here in the backcourt. Williams isn't going to go for it unless Julan clears him to do it. Often see that with the more dominant players on the roster.
fault over serve. Second serve coming up.
Came so fast that whistle was a little late, but that is an overserve. Second serve must be good. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line.
Hard serve, Williams just out of the way. Low hard forehand, Carbo. What a scoop there up at the 9 line. Wall to wall with his backhand. Williams looking for it. He makes a save. It's a 2-wall. Carbo with the foot speed. He's going to get out there. He blasts it low and hard. Julan makes the catch. Mile good reflexes up there at the 7. This one coming up the middle. Julan looking for it. Makes a good save over Carbo. Flores in the corner. Nice pickup. Backhand. Stopped overhead. Here's Julan now, middle of the court. Low and hard. Flores all alone. Makes another good catch. Julan now up at the 9 line. Ball missed. Point, set, and match. Hard fought match going the way of the Warriors. Williams and Julan 6-2, 6-4 in straight sets. 3 wins in a row for the Warriors on this game day. 2 doubles wins and 1 singles win. They now have 4 points for the day. They've secured a tie. Cyclones need to win these next 2 to get a tie of their own. We're going to have Kareah and Nicholas up next, taking on Bueno and Manu. Take a look at that game day scoreboard. 4 points, reflecting those 3 wins in a row for the Warriors, and back up into second place in our season-long standings. Again, that battle for second between the Warriors and Renegades. The Warriors will be 1 full game day ahead of the Renegades after tonight's action. If they can get at least 4 points ahead, that means that the Renegades would need win a game day to get back into that position in second place. Before we get to the introduction of our 5th match, we're going to hear from Williams and Julan, one of the few remaining undefeated doubles teams. They improved to 4-0 with the win. Here they are, Division 6 team for the Warriors.
All right, Williams, Julan, congratulations. You guys are one of the only few undefeated teams so far this season. How have you guys been able to get off to such a hot start?
Communication, man. Sticking to the plan. When I'm out there with Julan, he tells me to play confident, play aggressive, and just do my thing, man. He always backs me up, man. That's why I love playing with him. The communication is excellent, man. Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Appreciate you.
He said everything. For me, the most important thing in the court is the communication, and it's always a pleasure to play with Cool because he communicates the best, so it works, you see.
Well, guys, again, congratulations on winning that match. See what else happens on today's game day.
Thank you. Let's go, Warriors! Good job, baby.
Up next, 3rd division doubles, and 2, very similar teams in terms of the makeup. Kareah and Nicholas taking on Bueno and Manu. And the lower ranked player up in the front, Kareah and Bueno, both 5s for their teams. Nicholas, 2nd ranked player, Manu, the 1 for the Cyclones. And 2 of the better teams record-wise in this group as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our next set. Kareah has the serve.
Bueno and Manu 2-1 record overall. Kareah and Nicholas 3-1.
Here's the serve. We begin. Bueno picks the first serve. Here's the backhand. Backhand by Nicholas from the 11 line, low and hard to the inside. Bueno's there. Manu, backhand from the 12 line. Kareah, deep, but makes the catch on the left side. Robote coming out. Robote forehand by Kareah to the inside. Bueno's there. Backhand from the 7 line. Wall to wall from the left side he goes. Here's Kareah on the Robote. Robote forehand by Nicholas. Catch by Bueno. Bueno low and hard to the inside. Nicholas is there. Big backhand. Robote. That rebound off the back wall comes out. Catch by Kareah. Kareah from the forehand. Manu is there. Big backhand. Here's the backhand by Manu. Manu to the inside. Nicholas advances, but Kareah takes it in the air. Nicholas on the bounce, back at the 13 line. Here's Manu from the 11. Backhand. It goes wall to wall. Robote coming out. Here's Manu from the 11. Wonky bounce, picked up by Nicholas. Robote forehand by Bueno. Kareah, great grab there at the 7 line. Big backhand. Caught by Manu. Nicholas comes cross court. Backhand to the inside. Wall to wall and out to the Robote. Here's a backhand by Manu. Kareah on the backhand from the 6th line along the wall. Backhand by Manu to the inside. Kareah's there again. Here's a backhand. Wall to wall by Manu. Kareah forehand Robote. Little bounce. This one picked up by Manu at the 9 line. Manu on the catch. Backhand. Here's Manu. Backhand from the 10 line. Nicholas is there. Here's the backhand by Manu. Nicholas on the backhand, low and hard to the inside. Bueno, good pickup at the 6 line. Robote coming way out to the 5 line. Turned on the forehand of Kareah. Here's Manu. Backhand to the outside, changing things up a little. Forehand Robote. Save with a light touch by Kareah. Bueno's got it. Drop shot.
Oh, he's
not
up
droppy
there.
enough. Here's Kareah. Outside placement,
pick.
stopped by Bueno. Bueno with the carambola, stopped by Nicholas. Nicholas to the inside. Here's the Robote by Manu. This first point is still going on until then. First hard-fought point going for Bueno and Manu of the Cyclones. Tremendous play by all 4 players.
Now let's get to the replays here. What a first point indeed. Interesting sequence up here in the front, not dropping enough, and then you see Kareah getting in there. He's scored on this outside placement. I think every time he's thrown it. How about Bueno sticking the cesta in the right spot?
Really well done.
Keeps it going. Cyclones ultimately get that first point. Well done. All
Back
4
to
players.
live action here. Here's the forehand Robote. 2-wall by Bueno, slips out and scores. That's 2 points for Bueno and Manu.
And Kareah's walking off the court. That doesn't look good. I don't know. Is it a
We'll have an equipment timeout of up to 5 minutes.
Okay. So it was the cinta. That is the tie that wraps the hand flat into the basket.
He
You see
could
that?
have up to 5 minutes, but
Yes.
doesn't need the 5 minutes. Was able to make the correction.
I heard too thin, that cinta, so get a thicker one out there. Make sure that it's nice and tight there in the basket. We'll continue on play here. 2-0 advantage for the Cyclones. It's a good look at it.
Here's serve by Bueno. We're back underway. Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Manu's there. Here's the backhand by Nicholas from the corner. Beautifully played. Backhand by Bueno. Manu from the 11 line, down low. Big backhand. Robote coming out. Robote forehand. Excellent catch by Kareah. Kareah powerfully from the right side, caught by Manu at the 11 line. Here's Nicholas from deep in the backcourt. Bueno's there. Backhand by Bueno, low end hard. Kareah on the backhand. Beautiful catch by Nicholas against the side wall at the back wall. There's a backhand by Nicholas again. He goes deep. Clear miss front ways. Kareah saves that rebote. Here's Bueno at the 8 line. Powerful forehand, clears the overhead screen. Rebote forehand, low and inside. That will score. Well played. First point for the Warriors. Kareah and Nicholas. Kareah serves.
Don't know if maybe Bueno got a look at Manu charging at the last second, but neither Cyclone really committed to that catch. Got to communicate a little bit better as you're moving up to it. And if Manu can get a cesta on it, I mean, charging downhill with his power and his precision, I'd rather have him take it than Bueno moving cross court.
Outside placement by Bueno, stopped by Kareah. Backhand to the outside. Kareah gets out there. He makes the save. Manu takes it on the bounce at the 10 line. Kareah cuts it off in the air. Backhand from the 6. Big backhand by Manu. Here's Nicholas from deep in the backcourt. That goes wall-to-wall high. Rebote forehand by Bueno. Cut off by Nicholas at the 11 line. Here's Manu. Backhand to the inside. Beautiful catch by Nicholas. Big backhand by Manu. Rebote forehand, light touch. Bueno's there, sends it deep, wall to wall actually. This rebote coming out on a high bounce. And Kareah makes the play. Here's Bueno. 2-all, stopped by Kareah. Kareah's forehand passes 3 walls. This ball is still in play. Here's the catch by Nicholas. He goes deep. To the outside it goes. Kareah's on it. Low and hard. Scooped up by Bueno. Here's the catch by Nicholas. There's the backhand. Here's the catch by Nicholas again. Nicholas powerfully. Manu looking for the rebote. Rebote to the inside. Big bounce. Stopped by Nicholas on the forehand. Big right side by Nicholas. 3-wall play. Bueno from the outside, back to the inside to the feet of Nicholas. Manu for the rebote. He'll keep the ball in play on the left side. That one kicked up. Here's the catch and return by Manu. Manu takes it high on the bounce. Pika outside, out of play. 2-2 is the score. Kareah serves.
I don't know what happened there in that throw. Manu didn't seem too committed to the outside placement and threw that one well off the court. The way the ball reacts from the forehand outside placement tends to open up off the front wall. He threw that one almost into the Bet River sign and it kicked way out.
Here's the backhand by Manu. Rebote forehand. There's a catch by Bueno. Bueno with the drop shot. That scores.
That's a good one.
Well played. 3 points for Bueno and Manu. Bueno serves. Reminder of the scoring in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. The first team to reach 6 points will win the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match.
And Bueno starting to open things up a little bit offensively. His defense has been great either in the front or the back. You're starting to see a couple more costados, whether they're drop shots, 2-wall splitters. There was a period of time where he didn't throw many at all. Just kept the ball inside. Now you're starting to see it open up. That's what this team needs.
Rebote forehand by Bueno. That ball falls short. 4 points for Bueno and Manu. Bueno serves.
At the end of the day, this match is going to come down to the front court play. And Kareah versus Bueno up there in the front. Who can make more defensive stops? Who can turn those rebotes more effectively? It's not just continuing the rally. It's where you're putting the ball off these throws. And Kareah is not able to pass from his left side, which Bueno is able to do so. You're going to see that probably play a little bit more of a factor as we get later on in this match as that ball starts to heat up.
Here's a catch by Nicholas. Backhand to the inside. Manu's there. Manu on the backhand. Powerfully thrown. Nicholas is there. Backhand. Bueno on the catch. Backhand from the 7 line. Wall to wall and out to the rebote. Bueno makes the catch. Powerful, powerful throw. Rebote coming back out. This one to the 3 line. Kareah turns it straight to the forehand of Manu. Big right side by Manu. Rebote coming out. Kareah with another one. He makes the save. Manu backs up but makes the catch at the 13 line. Brings it over the top. Kareah cuts it off. Outside placement lands wide. 5 points, possible set point for Bueno and Manu. Bueno serves.
I mean, you like that Kareah is starting to mix it up and throw something different, but maybe not the right time. I mean, down a couple points here, trying to get back into it. Maybe not the time to execute a shot that we don't see Kareah throw all too often, if ever.
There's the backhand by Manu. Beautiful catch by Nicholas. Here's the backhand. Low and hard from the 12 line. Bueno down low makes the catch. Big backhand. Rebote coming out. Kareah on the rebote. Bueno lets it pass. Here's Manu from the 11 line. Big right side. Nicholas cuts it off. Backhand. Rebote forehand to the outside. This one caught by Nicholas. Nicholas powerfully from the right side. Manu's looking for rebote at the 12 line. Drops it in. Here's Nicholas. Catch by Manu. Beautiful catch by Nicholas at the sidewall. Big backhand follows. Ball rule tipped here in the backcourt. That is 3 points for Kareah and Nicholas. Kareah has the serve for the Warriors.
The apology there by Manu, reaching back up over his head when Bueno's capable of making that rebote. But again, if Manu thinks that he can make that catch in the air, a world-class player, #1, he's led this team to a championship. You got to let him dictate the pace there in the back.
There's a backhand by Manu. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand. This one caught by Bueno. Bueno from the costado, straight back to the forehand of Nicholas. Manu takes it on the bounce. Big right side from the 12 line. What a catch by Nicholas. Good adjustment. Bueno's there. Drop ball. 4 points for Kareah and Nicholas. Bueno and Manu with 5. Still possible set point for the blue and white shirts there. The Cyclones. Kareah serves.
I mean, look at this. I mean, Nicholas is going back inside at the last second. I mean, he got that thing at its highest point. Just did make the play, and then Bueno dropping it middle court on the left side.
Here's the backhand by Manu. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand. Here's a catch by Manu. Backhand from the 8 line. Here's a backhand by Nicholas. Rebote coming out. Here's the catch by Nicholas. Nicholas from the forehand. Rebote left side.
That's right on the
Here's
wall.
catch by Nicholas. Backhand from the 9 line. Here's the catch by Nicholas. Backhand to the inside. Rebote coming out. Catch by Nicholas. Nicholas from the forehand. Rebote coming out. Rebote. Split placement, kinda. There's the forehand by Nicholas. Beautifully thrown. Bueno, eyes on the ball. That's a great rebote, and it scores. That is point in a hard-fought set going for Bueno and Manu, winning 6-4. We'll put a minute 30 on the board, come back out, and play our second set. I say second set like that because there's been so much action in that first set. Feels like 2 sets have already been played in this match.
Absolutely, Stu. Great play by really all 4 players. I mean, Bueno and Kareah as active as the backcourters in this one. I mean, that's a couple ranks lower as well. I mean, you see Kareah, I mean, he has aggressive as we've seen up there in the front court. And Bueno as well. I mean, showing you that he's got some good power, can pass on the rebote. And that makes a big difference at this level. Look at this throw. I mean, Manu at the last second saying, you. Yeah. I mean, Bueno in perfect position. Look at this thing. Right on the wall.
That's if you're Bueno, that's what you want to do. You want to follow the ball, but if Manu wants it, you want to let him have it if he's got to play on it.
Absolutely.
But if he's not, you want to be in position. Sometimes it's very difficult to get that synchronization up.
Get some replays here. Nice rebote here, just laid up by Kareah. I mean, not much power on these rebotes. Very well placed. Speaking of well placed, how about that drop shot? Caught both Warriors moving out to the outside in defensive position. Just dropped it in above the pad.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our next set. Kareah will have the serve for the Warriors. Here's the catch by Manu, backhand from the 9 line. Here's the backhand to the inside. Ball tipped in the backcourt. First point this second set goes to Kareah and Nicholas of the Warriors. Kareah serves. There's the backhand by Manu. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand to the inside. Here's Manu. Manu from the forehand. There's the backhand by Nicholas. Powerfully thrown. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Bueno. Here's Nicholas. Backhand from the 10 line. Long carom, stopped by Bueno, dropped by Bueno. 2 points for Kareah and Nicholas. Kareah serves.
It's taking a little too much time to get that forehand off, which is why it trickled onto the basket. Difficult catch made. Just couldn't get it off in time.
Here's a backhand by Manu. Stays to the outside. So does Kareah. Forehand rebote. Crossing the side wall. Manu is there. Manu powerfully from the forehand. Rebote. Rebote forehand saved. Here's Manu. Kareah from the outside. Drops it back to the inside. Drop shot. One. That is a point for Bueno and Manu. Bueno will serve.
That was pretty close to the front wall. I couldn't really see. There was a lot of traffic up there. Someone came away with it, but just couldn't get the throw off.
Both had a play. Yeah, no, I think Kareah had it because Kareah had the ball in his hand.
Okay, yeah.
Unless he pulled it out of.
Unless
he pulled it out of Nicholas' cesta, which I don't believe he did.
Yeah, but that was not the best drop shot. I mean, you see both players going for it. And
Kareah.
I heard
Kareah needed to call him off. Absolutely needed to call him off.
Someone needed to call somebody off. Yeah.
Here's the catch by Nicholas. There's the backhand. 2-all. Stopped by Kareah. There's the backhand. Big backhand by Manu. Kareah on the rebote to the outside. Bueno has it. Forehand to pass. Hard to the inside, and Manu is there. Big backhand, rebote coming out. Rebote forehand, flipped up. Manu will keep it on the right side. He throws a Kareah. That's stopped by Kareah. Kareah from the forehand, 3-wall play. Manu for the rebote. Plays it right up the middle. Here's Nicholas. 3 points for Kareah and Nicholas. Kareah serves.
A little bit of a chaotic point. And not a lot of communication really from either team here. Seeing a couple of points given away.
Bueno and Manu right there. Manu was all over the place.
We usually don't see him too out of control either.
Here's the catch by Manu. What a catch by Manu against the back wall. Beautifully played. Rebote, that clipped the side wall and will land off the court and out of play. 4 points for Kareah and Nicholas. Kareah serves.
Definitely not the intent. Bueno trying to play something high back to the inside. Just caught a little sidewall first.
Bueno picks the serve. The drop shot.
That's a great shot.
Scores well. That's 2 points for Bueno and Manu. The drop shot scoring for Bueno. See the replay here.
Yeah,
Bueno,
I mean, this is just
great
a great
catch.
Look.
Drop shot has been working for Bueno today. Look how close.
Look at how far Kareah has to run to get to it. I mean, he's
second bounce before the 4 line. That's what you need.
He's expecting a 2-all, which isn't really Bueno's game.
Here's a backhand by Nicholas, powerfully thrown. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Bueno. Scooped up by Nicholas. Backhand by Nicholas. Here's the backhand. What a catch again by Manu in the corner. That is tremendous. Big backhand by Manu, catch by Nicholas, backhand from the 11 line. There's the backhand by Manu. He sends this one deep. Kareah on the run. Rebote save at the 3 line with a light touch. Bueno's on it, winds up. Filo stopped by Kareah. Kareah safely plays it high. Difficult rebote save by Manu. Nicholas will reach over Manu, make the play. Rebote coming out. Manu goes to the front court to make the play. That ball goes off the tip of Nicholas Acesta. Another fine point played by all 4 players. 3 points for Bueno and Manu. Bueno serves.
I mean, that's another point where we see Manu kind of scrambling, which we're not necessarily used to seeing that from a world-class player in the back. His positioning is one of his best skills. But this match calls for it. I mean, he is everywhere, digging out rebotes, moving inside, outside. In full range from Manu here in this 3rd division doubles matchup here. Cyclones looking to end it in straight sets. They got a chance now, only down a point.
There's the backhand by Nicholas. Rebote by Manu. Big bounce, stopped by Nicholas. Nicholas sends it deep. Manu looks for the rebote. On the forehand, going for the shot. Hits the pad, and the pad is bad. That is 5 points for Kareah and Nicholas. Possible set point.
And trying to turn that into a cortada rebote, maybe a little bit of a drop shot. Just something softer here, because you see Manu. I mean, look at this catch here by Nicholas first. Doesn't even use the sidewall. See him elevate to get to that one. But Manu kind of short-armed that return, which we're not used to seeing, and he had plenty of time, plenty of space to continue the rally if he would have wanted.
Rebote forehand to the inside. Here's the catch and the return by Manu. Rebote. Rebote forehand by Kareah. Manu makes the catch. Manu blasts another one. Rebote forehand saved by Kareah. Here's Bueno. Bueno powerfully from the forehand. Will pass. Tough one. Will score. That's 4 points for Bueno and Manu. Still possible set point for the Warriors here. Bueno has the serve for the Cyclones.
And the key, if you can get that ball to cross the sidewall as the front court is playing the rebote, it just throws off the timing. Makes it a little bit more difficult, and you see Kareah just unable to get that one up off the front wall.
Here's the backhand by Nicholas. Manu's there. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Another rebote for Kareah. Kareah on the rebote. Bueno takes it on the bounce. Bueno passes. That clears the overhead screen. Another rebote for Kareah. He makes the save. Manu for the rebote. Keeps this one in play. Nicholas from the 10 line on the forehand. Looking across. He does. Rebote save. Right up the middle. Nicholas is there. Nicholas going for that big play. That touched the overhead screen. It is 5-5. So, if the blue and white shirts win this point, the Cyclones, the match is finished. If Kareah and Nicholas win this point, we'll move on to a third and final set. Bueno serves for the Cyclones.
The Cyclones have swept these decisive 11 points today. There's been 3 occurrences, and they've won all 3. See if they can make it 4 in a row now. Take a crucial match.
Nicholas is there. Here's the backhand. Powerfully thrown. Rebote forehand. Nicholas catches it in the air. Backhand blast. Rebote coming way out.
Oh, that's going to rip at the 2 line.
Bueno on the rebote. Hard to the inside, and it scores. That is point set in a hard-fought match in straight sets for the Cyclones, winning 6-4, 6-5.
Cyclones able to close it out in straight sets. What a comeback that was. Down a couple there in set number 2. Bueno and Manu continue to roll on here in this spring 24 Battle Court season. Keeps a chance of a tie for the game day. Ikeda and Lopez will have a shot against Douglas and Julan. Just about a minute and a half.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Let's take a look at that game day's scoreboard. 4 points for the Warriors, 2.5 points for the Cyclones. Cyclones with an opportunity here to tie things up. That scoreboard brought to you by DraftKings. We have a doubles match to finish off today's game day. But first, let's hear from Bueno and Manu of the Cyclones.
All right, Bueno, congratulations on winning that match. You guys are 3 in a row so far. How has your experience helped you get off to such a strong start at the beginning of the season?
I mean, we work together. We communicate before the game. We talk a little bit about our strategy, maybe. During the game, he does really well about, staying in my head, keeping me calm, keeping me thinking about what the game plan is and reminding us, keeping us on track, and then when it comes down to clutch situations, between the both of us, we were able to make the plays, man. He made a couple clutch plays there, that kept us in the game and actually put us in a winning position.
You say everything.
Okay, congratulations on winning that match. Let's see what has happened in the last match of the day.
Let's go Clones.
Up next, Division II doubles, Douglas and Julan take on Ikeda and Lopez. Chance for the Cyclones to tie things up, see if the number 2 team can do it. This season, Douglas and Julan 0-4 winless. Ikeda and Lopez 1-2. Here's the serve. Our final match is underway. Julan rather on the forehand. There's a rebote played by Lopez. Douglas whips it outside. There's a scoop by Ikeda. Backhand. Low runner crossing. Julan's got that one low. Big backhand. Here's the rebote. Cutting close to the sidewall. Ikeda drops it. But that caught the top of the pad. Any part of the pad is bad. Douglas and Julan on the board first.
Yeah, that ball changes directions when it occasionally changes directions. Every now and then it can make contact with the pad. It's very difficult to tell. In that case, pretty solidly touched the top of the pad.
Lopez takes in the serve, backhand coming up the middle. Julan stops it before it comes out. Ikeda on the forehand, sidearm throw back inside. Here's Douglas coming cross court. Big backhand just out of reach. Ikeda looking for the rebote. Plays it high off the front wall, back to Julan. Julan, that one dropping low. Lopez now on the bounce. Softer touch to the inside. Here's Julan, low runner. Ikeda picks it off the ground, backhand. Here's Julan now advancing up at the 9, low and hard. Pick up by Lopez. Rebote forehand for Douglas, powers it back to the left side of Lopez. Julan now on the forehand of the 11 line. This one crossing the sidewall for Lopez. Nice pickup deep in the backcourt. Julan's got another one. Low and hard. Lopez runs around him. Backhand kicks up and out. Rebote played by Douglas. Hard throw inside. Lopez has got another one. Douglas on the forehand. In the backcourt. Here's Lopez from the 12 line. Out the corner. No play for Douglas. Here's Julan charging. Backhand opens up to the outside. Lopez. Sidearm play. Julan lines it up. Ball plays forehand. Douglas plays rebote on the back end, keeps it inside. Here's Lopez up at the 10. Powerful throw, wall to wall. Douglas on the move up at the 4 line. And rebote's missed. Ikeda and Lopez tie it up 1-1.
A lot of activity on the court, feeling each other out. Lopez looking decidedly better than he did in the singles match. Again, covering a lot of court in that singles match here. Really just focusing on the backcourt, letting Ikeda play his game. Ikeda having a little issue with his helmet there. Can't imagine slamming it into the cement would have anything to do with that, but there's a little slide on the side of the helmet that basically helps you increase its size, make it a little larger, smarter, a little lock. It looked like he was having a difficult time with the lock.
Julan, low running backhand. Lopez scooped it up, backhand. Douglas ranging back forward up at the 9 line. Powerful throw, dropping low. Here's Lopez. Douglas takes it off the sidewall, backhand. Low and hard. Lopez has got another one. Backhand is launched, coming out. Douglas lines up the rebote from the left side. Ikeda reaching up high. His backhand, low runner to Julan. One coming right up the middle. Ikeda almost lost his footing. Powers it inside. Julan committed to the forehand. Outside placement. Ikeda stops it on the bounce, and it was juggled. Juggling on the catch of Ikeda. It's a second point for Douglas and Julan.
Ikeda doesn't look happy about it, but he also is not arguing it. It's like, how did you see that, man?
Over serve, second serve coming up.
Ball's got to land between the 4 and 7 line there. You can tell those are the white lines on the wall.
Great catcher by Julan, lining it up as it crossed. On the bounce, here's Lopez from the 12 line. Douglas reaching up to cut it off. There's a powerful backhand. Stopped by Lopez in the corner. Douglas now backed up to the 10 line. This one opens up. by Lopez there in the corner. Julan high off the front wall. Ikeda stands in there. Here's the backhand. Cutting to the inside, Julan. Back to the left side of Ikeda. Ikeda up at the 8. Hard backhand. Not going to get past Julan. Nice pickup. Takes it off the side wall. Sun coming out to the middle of the court. Julan lower and harder. Lopez standing in. Low and hard. Here's Ikeda on the bounce. Backhand. Quick release to the inside for Julan. Julan again. That cross deep in the backcourt. Dropping a little low. Ikeda at the last second. Pulled the cest out. Lopez is there to scoop it up. Julan high and hard. That caught the overhead screen, which is out of play. We're tied up 2-2.
Try to throw the ball real hard to get it past your opponents. But if you throw it high enough to the front wall, when it's coming off the front wall, occasionally kicks up like that one did and hits the overhead screen, which is also out of bounds. Just like those red boundary markers on the ground.
Under serve. Second serve for Ikeda. Second serve is good. Julan with a big backhand. Rabote coming out. Rabote from Ikeda. That got away. It hit the rail just above the front wall. Out of play. 3-2 lead for the Warriors.
One of the few areas of the court that lets you know when it's been hit. That rail makes it decidedly very specific noise. Ooh, look at Ikeda.
Takes a serve. Low, hard forehand. Dropping for Julan. He got there. A backhand 2-all return. Is too wide. 3-3, tied up.
Have you ever seen Julan yell like that before? I think that may be a first for me.
Not often. Not often.
Not often that expressive. Obviously frustrated. Went for a backhand 2-all, which is kind of a...
I mean, there was space. Didn't need a...
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but yeah, frustrating that it went out.
Hard play to the inside. Lopez runs around it, takes the Rabote to the inside. Julan, Kareah. Missed by Ikeda. That ball came more of a splitter. Either way, scoring for the Warriors, 4-3 lead.
Again, Ikeda reaching back to the inside to try to make that play, just going off his cesta.
Lopez opens up high and hard. Julan, nice stop in the corner. Sidearm play. Back to the left side of Ikeda. Douglas reaching in there at the 9 line. Hard backhand. Here's Lopez. Orion powered back inside. Julan now up at the 9 line. Hard backhand. Stopped in the air. Here's Ikeda. That is on the wall. Better
the whole
catch
way.
there by Julan. Backhand coming up the middle. Douglas powers it inside. Lopez now lets the play the Rabote. Julan again. Lower and harder. Ikeda coming into the backcourt. Makes a spinning save. Douglas aggressively on the Costado. The splitter. Split them up to score. 5 points for Douglas and Julan. They got a possible set point.
Ikeda knew it was coming. He went back to the spot where he thought that Douglas was probably going to throw it either straight 2-all to the outside, cheating a little bit to the inside, just out of reach.
Under serve, second serve coming up.
That was hard, huh? That was an under serve, but that came fast.
Second serve is good. Lopez on the backhand. High and hard into the corner. Douglas on the Rabote, powers it inside. Lopez runs around it, backhand. It's a bullet, stopped in the air behind Julan. Lopez blasts another one. Julan is at one cross. What a grab, and gets the backhand a pass. Ikeda looking for it on the Rabote at the 4 line, powers it inside. Julan on the bounce. Kareah stopped by Ikeda. Ikeda lower and harder. Julan scrambling, scooped it up on the left side. Lopez, another bullet. Stop again by Julan there in the corner. Hard backhand, this one coming out. Ikeda on the rebote. Hard throw lined up. Catch by Julan again on the numbers. This one coming out. Makes another save. And it scores.
Very rarely see Julan miss that particular throw, especially anything coming to his right side, his preferred side. That was thrown pretty hard. Most of them are, but that one in particular.
Julan gets up to the serve, low runner. Lopez scooped it up right off the sidewall, backhand. Here's Julan. On the forehand, powers it inside. Ikeda comes cross court, takes it in. This one dropping a little lower. Julan's got it again. Ikeda now from the left side, big backhand. This one coming out. Rebote lined up by Douglas, powers it to the inside. Better catch by Lopez. Julan on the forehand, high up over Ikeda's head. Good stop, middle of the court on the forehand. Three-wall play. Julan out of the way. Douglas comes back to dig out the rebote. Ikeda on the hop, aggressive, lower and harder. Julan scoops it up. Another rebote. Ikeda keeps it inside. Julan now all alone over both Ikeda and Douglas. Lopez now. On the hop, here's Julan. Forehand coming right up the middle. Ikeda runs around it, has the forehand. To the inside, dropping between them. Douglas digs it out. No play for Ikeda. Lopez from the backcourt handles comfortably and launches it wall to wall. Rebote coming out. Douglas just lines it up inside. Lopez has got another one. Douglas early calling that rebote, makes a spinning save. Lopez lines it up. Backhand from the 9 line. Just out of reach, just comes shooting out. Julan ducks. Douglas has got the rebote. Julan again, nice scoop on the left side. This one coming up the middle. Lopez calls him off his forehand, low and hard again. Julan makes another great catch. Lopez caught the corner. Douglas scoops it up. Douglas low and hard to the inside. Knocks down and scoring. Point and set. Douglas and Julan win it 6-4. Minute and a half on the board. We'll come back, play set number 2. My, oh my, well played opening set right there. Douglas and Julan close it out 6-4.
We are in the final match of Battle Court for Monday, 11th of March, 2024. Here we are in the ESPN 3 Players Cage. First set is done, 6-4 in the direction of the Warriors there.
And an early miss on the rebote by Douglas, but didn't see him take his foot off the gas. He was aggressive, kept putting pressure on, and the split placement sometimes, I mean, really is more effective here in doubles compared to the traditional Costado 2-all. In the front quarter going to defend the outside. Ikeda prefers the ball to his forehand, and throw that splitter. Has to switch from right to left, and it's not easy to control.
Not seeing... I'm not seeing what I'm not seeing. Interesting. Williams has just had a standout day today. 2 wins on the day.
Yeah.
Just absolutely making some fantastic catches out there. Great job overall.
And a big match here again. If the Cyclones can win it, they will tie the game day with the Warriors. If the Warriors win this match, they win the day. They took the first set. See if the Warriors can close it out in straight sets. For this final match, take us into set number 3. Ikeda and Lopez have the serve. We're ready to go. Douglas takes the serve, shoots a 2-wall to begin
nice.
our second set. Douglas and Julan on the board first.
That was beautifully done by Douglas. Great catch of that serve, then killed it beautifully.
Lopez handles the serve. There's a backhand. Stays to the inside, dropping low. Julan's got it. Backhand. Or Ikeda scraping it off the ground. This one pushed outside. Douglas lines it up. Powerful throw, dropping low. Lopez elects to run around it. Ikeda has his back up. Douglas so aggressively. Forehand, three-wall play. Lopez knows where to be, trying to dig it out, unable to do so.
Got the tip of his cesta on it again. That really tripped him up the first couple weeks he was here. It's like every couple weeks you get a little bit closer to it. We saw it with Nicholas. We've seen it with all the backquarters here.
Nice catch there by Douglas, up high on the left side. Big backhand. This thing is launched up to the four-line. Ikeda powers the rebote back to the right side of Julan. Julan right up the middle. Here's Lopez. Lopez on the stop. Julan out of the way. Douglas comes back for the rebote. Ikeda thought about it. This ball kicked up. Lopez from the backcourt. Powerful backhand. Douglas lining another one. Powers it inside. Here's Lopez. Julan from the 12 line, dropping low. Ikeda's got another one, backhand up at the 8. Julan from the 11 line, forehand high off the front wall. Both Cyclones there. Lopez plays the rebote. Douglas splitter, split them up to score. (3-0) in favor of the Warriors. Look at this again, the splitter. Ikeda looking for Lopez. Neither Cyclone come up with it. Oh, perfect serve there by Douglas. That's an ace. It brings it to 4-0.
Yeah, spot on, beautiful serve by Douglas, crossing the side wall, coming off of the cesta of Lopez.
Ikeda, Costado back to the inside. Good pickup. There's the backhand by Julan, wall to wall. Rote forehand. On the hop, Julan not going to let that ball pass. Powers it up the middle again. Here's Ikeda. Fake the carom, dropped it inside. Julan handles comfortably before the second bounce. Hard throw, right at the feet. Lopez had it for a moment. Just couldn't scoop it up. 5 points for the Warriors. They have a possible set and a possible match point. Julan on the forehand, back inside. Lopez lines it up. Hard throw. This one kicking up and out. Julan out of the way. Douglas, forehand rebote, played at the 6. Crossing, what a catch by Lopez. Backhand, just does clear the overhead screen. Douglas turns it into a 2-wall. That scores for the win. Point, set, and match. Douglas and Julan take it in straight set, 6-4, 6-0. Warriors win the game day. Stay tuned for the post-game show coming up in just a few moments.
What is Battle Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one.
made. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-wall return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court Game Day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing, or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
Hey, everybody. Welcome into the Battle Court postgame show. He's Stu Nyman. I'm Andrew Bleckman. Hi. Big win for the Warriors, 5.5 to 2.5 over the Cyclones. We'll cut to some of the highlights and recap the action that we saw here on this Battle Court Monday.
Great day from beginning to end. Yeah, got started off with singles action. Manu going up against Douglas. Always good matches when you see the number one guys on the roster playing against each other. And the amazing one of this first one, okay, so what you see there is normally you see the ball coming off the back wall, what we call a rebote. And it comes out to be played. Sometimes it can either be a chick-chack or a chula. Let's not focus too much on the difference between the two. It just dies on the back wall. We saw 3 of them in those first 2 sets. Absolutely. Douglas doing a good job of trying to make that play, but just was off his footing. And that one's rather fortunate that Manu missed, because Douglas may have ducked, but I don't know if he ducked enough.
Now look at this
rebote
shot.
Outside placement was just, yeah, I'd throw my hands up too. I don't know how to defend against that. No one does. Look how beautifully executed this is. This ball goes exactly where he wanted it to. You have no room to maneuver there at the side wall. That is just so pretty.
Here's Manu again. Nice two-wall here. Ends it in style. Now, that broke the tie. Sorry, brought it to 5-4 in his favor. And you see right here the outside placement. That's the one that lands in and scores. Went to replay review. Confirmed that that ball was in, ending that match in favor of Manu. 6-5. 6-5. Straight set victory.
Yeah, they did review it. Well, about 2 inches in.
Next, not the next match. Another look at that one, and you see, that's pretty early on in those replays. You saw what we were seeing, and that ball looked to be in. Replay confirmed it. Manu got Cyclones on the board with the first points of the day. See a little dangerous throw here in match number 2. 5th-ranked doubles, Ikeda and Bueno against Williams and Manny.
Manny's going to throw it. If you happen to be standing there, you just got to get out of the way, and that's exactly what Ikeda did there. Great catch by Manny here back in the corner.
Now look at that. He's been doing that for a number of seasons, and straight to the outside, a little offense from the backcourt.
Bueno got to one of those, not that second one, though. 2 outside placements working.
Throw back over the top. Here's Ikeda starting to shoot a couple shots here. Look at Manny.
I remember being impressed with the spin. Still impressed with the spin. That Kareah better duck. Gets back out there. Great stop by Ikeda. Look at him at the screen here. He negotiates that screen perfectly.
Yeah. Offhand avoids the net. Doesn't push it out of the way. Gets the throw off. And trying to make a play, though. Couldn't scoop that one up in the air.
That ball just missed.
Look at that. Manny, known for his ability to make the save on the rebote. Another one to the highlight reel.
Yeah, Manny just catch after catch after catch, just doing a good job.
And Ikeda, too. A lot of good catches. And you see here, nice combination. Takes it up in the front court, cuts off the serve. Kareah splits him.
Williams doing a good job all day at making those stops. And that one, I don't know how many he missed. Wasn't many, though. Solidly on, and also putting the ball back to the inside. Manny, yeoman's work trying to make that match happen, and he did. That got us to Lopez's first singles appearance on this court.
Second ranked matchup here against Nicholas.
Exactly. So Lopez has won World Championship singles under his belt, at least one that I know of. Not played here. But getting used to the Magic City court and Magic City bounce takes some time. Look real good to start off with, but Nicholas's 2-3 years, whatever it is, of experience here on the court, day in and day out, just clearly coming out on top. Lopez looking more comfortable than we've seen him looking, but still getting used to the court. Nicholas was able to take this one in straight sets.
Yeah, drops that one just above the pad. You can see frustrating there, but well placed. I think that ended the match. Yes, it did in Nicholas's favor. Straight set victory. Warriors jumped out ahead 2.5 to 1 at that point. Brought us to Division 6 doubles. And two of the better teams, Williams and Julan, against Carbo and Flores.
Anytime Carballo's on the court, it's fun or dangerous. Sometimes both.
Yes.
In this case, I think it was more fun. A little slow to start up, and not exactly sure how he was going to play with Flores. Flores wasn't exactly sure where he should be. But once the two of them got into a rhythm, they actually played pretty well together.
Well, look at that. Magic City bounce, and Julan still able to turn the rebote. Pretty incredible.
It's one of those things where you can't let Carballo come back. You really can't. Williams doing a good job of making that stop, and that's what he did all day today. That made all the difference in the world. See him getting a salute there from Julan.
Julan loved it, and rightfully so.
Flores says, hey, I can see my reflection in the back wall.
And this one right on the wall. Tipped again. Well placed there by Julan. Parson to set number 2 here. You see Carballo. I mean, look at this.
Yeah.
He scooped the serve, but didn't even score on that drop shot. Williams, aggressive play, gets up there. I mean, he's pretty much spot on from the start, too, was Williams.
Split
here,
placement.
Just got beat on this splitter.
Ooh.
Ball tipped there by Flores. Tough way to go out. Cyclones team has been playing well. Williams and Julan make it 4-0 to start their spring 24 season in the 6th division. Moving over to Division 3 doubles here. Bueno and Manu against Kareah and Nicholas.
Communication spot on between Bueno and Manu. Saw Manu covering a bit more of the court than we normally do, but Bueno's shots and catching were really
maybe the difference. In this one.
Really spot on in this match in particular. Nicholas doing a good job backing up Kareah. Kareah turning rebotes that we sometimes don't often see him turn.
Manu here just above the pad. I mean, Manu was everywhere in this match.
Yeah, absolutely he was.
And even when he's not everywhere, directing traffic, puts it inside. And look at that. What a way to end the set in the Cyclones' favor. 6-4. They took set number 1. Coming back here with set number 2. Look at this drop shot. Again, both players coming for it.
So this is one where the communication needs to be better. Why? Because the ball's in Kareah's cesta.
Yeah, they both had a chance at it.
Kareah needed to call him off. Beautiful catch by Manu there in the corner. Nice backhand. Bueno here for the rebote. Turn to the inside. Oh, just out of reach of Nicholas. Tremendous play there by Bueno.
Yeah, Bueno doing a great job. Went from the backcourt to the front court, and they were able to get the win. And that brought us to the finale, 2nd division here. Ikeda and Lopez against Douglas and Julan. Both teams really needed a win. Douglas and Julan winless so far this season.
Ball ruled to have touched the pad. That pad is bad. Once the rhythm got off with the Cyclones late in that set, the second set was, I mean, they obviously had 0 points in that second set, but Douglas and Julan were just spot on after that.
Say we're in a lot of splitters coming here from Douglas. And that was a rare miss by Julan, maybe thinking about the catch and You can see just kind of took his eye off of it.
Rebote there by Lopez.
Yeah, but again, I mean, low and hard, whipped inside. Look at the placement.
Yeah, spot on, beautiful. Douglas with that 3-wall play. This one, Lopez read. Try to get out there. He was in the right spot, just ball made contact with his cesta, just wasn't able to turn the rebote. Split placement again.
Not even reaching for it.
Ikeda did not stab for that one.
How about Julan, though? Much improved today in the backcourt.
Absolutely.
Made a bunch of catches. Look at this. Douglas on the rebote. It's a 2-wall. Ending the match in style. Big win for the Warriors. Not only do they win that final match, they take the game day with 5.5 points to just 2.5 for the Cyclones. Things awfully tight up there at the top of our standings here. As Stu and I are going to join you here back on camera, and let's see where all 6 of our teams stack up here. And we take a look here. We'll turn around. Chargers up at the top, but again, it's at least a game day ahead of the other top 3 teams. You got the Warriors there, 34.5 points. They sit 1 game day ahead of the Renegades, who are at 30 points. So if the Renegades can get at least 4.5, actually still have a chance at a top 2 seed here in this season of Battle Court. Remember, top 4 make the playoffs. All you got to do is finish in the top 4 to give yourself a shot. Player of the day race for today, Stu. Quite the run. Yeah.
There were a number of players out there who played very well. Obviously, we talked about Bueno playing very well. Douglas played very well today. But the player that stood out to me specifically is delivering well. I was trying to think of the right word for it. Yeah, well. I mean, he just delivered well for his team. Yeah. Was Williams. Williams basically turned the rebotes that he needed to turn. He stopped the 2 walls that he needed to stop. He was consistently in the right place. Communication with both partners was good. So Williams' play stood out to me today as making him player of the day.
Yeah, let's hear from the 6th-ranked player of the Warriors. Your defense was pretty much impeccable from the start. What was the difference in this game day today?
First of all, I want to give it to God and my teammates, man. They kept me in there. They told me to stay focused, play aggressive. I started off slow, but Manny was there to get me over that hump. Then when I got out there with Julan, he told me the same thing. Communication was key, and everything just played out, Andrew.
Yeah, how helpful are these partners for you with so much highlight experience?
Man, they're great, man. Like they say, man, just do what they tell me. I'm coachable, and it always plays out in our favor.
Yeah, how does this Warriors team keep their foot on the gas and ultimately get where you want to in the championship?
Just stay team-oriented, man. Come to practice. We meet up. We talk. After every game day, we discuss what we did right, what we did wrong, and we just try to build on that.
Awesome, William. Thank you. He's our player of the day for today.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
And that was Williams, our player of the day for today, Stu. Don't have to wait too long for more highlight. Back tomorrow with the Devils and Fireballs, battle of the expansion teams. We get started with Division 5 doubles. Hernandez and Cabrera take on Robin and Rock. Then Division 1, Inaki and Amigarena against Olharan and Urbieta. Division 4, Jen and Ferronda take on Hyro and Rock. Then a little singles, Inaki versus Olharan, top-ranked singles matchup. Division 6 doubles, Jen and Hernandez take on CRB and Robin. We'll close it out with Division 3 singles, Amigarena versus Urbieta. Stu and I will be back here on the call as we continue on with our Spring 24 season tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, he's Stu Nyman. I'm Andrew Bleckman. Enjoy your Monday night, everybody.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Hyro, do you have any serving rituals?
Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Today we're comparing the tennis ball to the highlight ball.
Just like that effortless look, you know, but it's really a lot of effort.
5 facts about Battle Court Highlight you didn't know.
The ball averages a speed of 150 miles an hour, and the world record is 190 miles an hour.
Hi, my name is Anderson, and I cracked this glass.
I love y'all boys!